tame that bestial nature of greed. Why? Because of the use of intelligence. So, until you are able to tame that eat it all, have it all for myself, that greed inside of you, you are a beast in human body. Your intelligence do not matter. And as at that point, all your intelligence, you'll be using it to propagate your greed. All the intelligence that you have, you'll be using it to promote this greed instinct, this bestial instinct inside of you. Eat it all for me, myself, and me, and all about me. You see some beasts, even their own children, they don't care what their children eat. They just want to eat. That's why the Nigerian politicians will always, at every point in time, still amass wealth, They don't care about the people. What happens to you? What happens to whether the people are dying, whether the people are eating? Nobody cares. And you will see an average Nigerian telling you, it is his turn. If I get there, I will do the same. They are recruiting beast upon beast. The bestial nature is more prevalent and it is being promoted. And once you see one person gets the opportunity to occupy that position, you will see everybody pushing, pressing on that person. You have the opportunity to steal. What are you waiting for? Steal this money, let us enjoy. Bring it. It is my person that is there. Why are they shouting, it is my person that is there? It is because they expect that person to steal and share with them. The bestial nature. Greed. The beast in them. Number 2 is lawlessness. Lawlessness without or on recognition of basic laws. Without basic laws or not even recognizing them. When you see a society where there are no laws, because when people live together, different people have what they want, what they like doing. Sometimes what you like doing might hurt me. Your bestial nature might hurt me. My bestial nature might hurt you. How do we tame this bestial nature? Is the law. We have to put laws, do's and don'ts, so that people will use their intelligence and tame their beasts, tame their bestial nature, tame the animals in them. So when you have tamed the animals in you, then everybody will live in peace. That is why there is law. But in the case of the zoo, and that law must not be, how do I put it? You must not at any point in time bend the law for any reason. Because if you bend the law for Mr. A, how do you expect Mr. B to obey the same law? You can't. You cannot expect Mr. B to obey the law that you bend for Mr. A. Because you now have influence to influence the law, or you are trusted with the law. Then you now believe that you have to suppress the law. You have to bend the law for Mr. A in order to favor Mr. B, or because Mr. B is your son, or because Mr. B is your brother or your sister, or related to you one way or the other, or your lover. You now believe that Mr. B's bestial nature should not be tamed according to the generally accepted law, because you don't like Mr. A, or because you have no business with Mr. A, or because Mr. A is not from your region, or because Mr. A does not speak the language that you speak. Once you begin to express that, you yourself have become the beast. And you are the problem. Because once a law is generally accepted, if that law must be changed, it must be generally accepted for that law to be changed. If the law is not changed by being generally accepted, a generally accepted change of the law must stand. That is how humans live in peace amongst themselves. It is only law that makes humans to live in peace. A society where there is no law is bound to be in chaos. There must be crisis in that society. A society where there is no law. Why? Because the bestiality is present in every human. It is only intelligence that makes humans to create laws. Laws are created by humans, by people. It is out of intelligence that humans create laws. And sometimes these laws, most of the times, are created after problems have come up. When problems appear and the problems are solved, and people are satisfied in the way these problems are solved, in order for that problem not to repeat itself, a law is created for everybody. And everybody accepts that law. And everybody will have to live according to that law. That was why in Biafra, in ancient Biafra, we were very much at peace with ourselves. We're not fighting ourselves. Rarely, except when the white men came and started causing troubles amongst us, making us to fight ourselves because of the businesses that they brought, and creating all this, creating the problems amongst us, all because they want to rule over us. That's what the white men did. But we didn't have problems amongst ourselves. Why? We had laws. And these laws, we didn't have kings. In most places in Biafra, we didn't have kings. We're not ruled by kings. Unlike other places in the world, whereby the king is the law. We were far more advanced. The law is the law. No human is the law. The king is not the law. The law is the law. That was how we lived in ancient Biafra. That was how our forefathers lived. The law is the law. No human is the law. The law must be generally accepted. And no one is above the law. No one is above the law. That was how we lived. But in a society where there is no law, okay, even in places where the kings are the law, there is law where the kings still follow through. But, you know, kings are humans. Sometimes they bend the law. And because the king is the law, when the king bends the law, the people will still flow with the king. But wise kings try as much as possible not to bend the law, because when you bend the law today, tomorrow it will be difficult for you to say the truth when the truth favors you or favors those that you love. Because while you're bending the law, the people are watching you. Everyone is watching. So, the zoo have laws. Some of these laws they copied. They don't even know why these laws were created by some of these societies. They just copy laws. It's not bad to copy good laws. It's fine. But they don't obey it. They're not disciplined to obey laws. They have courts, but they manipulate in the courts. They try to bend the law, to break the law if they can, if there is no pressure. Why was Ken Saro-Wiwa killed? Was Ken Saro-Wiwa wrong? Of course, Ken Saro-Wiwa was not wrong. But he was made to go through the zoo law courts, or court of law as they call it. And he was found guilty of something he did not do. But the thing that made him to come out to talk, nobody looked into it. They killed him. Same way they would have killed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if IPOB was not strong. If IPOB was not present everywhere in the whole world and present even in Biafra land and strong on ground and strong everywhere. If we were not strong, they would just hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and just kill him and everything would just die down like that. Just like they did to Ken Saro-Wiwa. Just like they did to Ken Saro-Wiwa. But they know that they cannot try it with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because we in IPOB, we have beasts that is greater than the zoo. But we are taming it. Because we have intelligence, because we are better than them. We are taming our beast. Our beast is larger and stronger than that of the zoo. But we are taming our own. And they know it. They know we have the beast inside of us that we are taming. That's why they are trying to just play around, push things. All they are trying to do is to see how they can tame our beasts by themselves. So that by the time they now express their beastly nature, our beast will not be able to rise. That's why they are trying to buy time, tame it. Just try to buy time and kill people to cause fear. But all that is not going to work. All that is not going to work. They are supposed to have known that by now. It's not going to work. So, another point is nakedness. All beasts are naked. They walk naked on the streets. They walk naked in the bushes. Animals are naked. The only animals putting on clothes are humans. The only animals covering their nakedness are humans. Why? Because of intelligence. So, why do humans cover their nakedness, but animals don't cover their nakedness? Beasts don't cover their nakedness. Why? Number one, shame. Why humans cover nakedness? Number one, shame. This lecture is very important. If you're not with your pen and paper, you must get your pen and paper right now and be writing down things. Very, very important. I don't think I'm going to teach this again. It's very important. Why the zoo is called why the zoo is called the zoo. Why Nigeria is called the zoo. Very, very important. Because when next you call Nigeria a zoo, you have your points to defend that point. So, nakedness. Number one, shame. Why nakedness must be covered? Number one, shame. Number two, dignity. That's what clothes do. Gives you dignity. Honor. Values. So, all these things don't mean anything to beasts. All these things don't mean anything to animals. Animals don't care about shame. There's nothing shame about them. There's nothing shameful about them. They walk around naked is their normal life. It's normal to them. They're not ashamed. They don't think of anything like dignity. What is dignity? They just live their lives by their instincts. They don't think of anything like honor. What is honor? It's nothing to them. They don't think of anything like values. They don't have values. They just live by instincts. The only place animals express intelligence is in relation to their instincts. If their instinct says hunt for food, then they now discover that where they want to hunt for food, there is danger there. Intelligence will tell them to wait. Let the danger pass before they continue hunting. Their intelligence is just to survive. Their instincts is prevalent, or their instincts are prevalent. But for the human, the intelligence is prevalent. The instincts are there. The instincts are supposed to be managed. So, in the zoo, there is no shame. There is no shame. How can you be a slave to your fellow human being? You don't have shame. Britain can push you the way they like. You don't have shame. You bow to them. You're okay. But when you come back home, you want to command your brother, command your sister, tell them they must do like this, they must do like that. But outside, you have no shame. You have no shame. No shame whatsoever. You have no shame. People that steal have no shame. Thieves have no shame. When you remove shame, you begin to express your bestial nature. You are naked, but you don't know. Animals don't know that they are naked. They are all naked, but they don't know that they are naked. So when you don't have shame, you are naked, but you don't know that you're naked. You're naked, but you don't know. And that's why you see them steal money from their supposed country, as they call it. They will take it to another man's land without shame. How will that man see you? They don't care that you're stealing from your country, stealing money from your country and given to their banks. You don't care how that man is viewing you, that you're a fool. You don't care that whether he sees you as a fool is none of your business. All you want is the money. Hey, you are naked, but you don't know. You carry the money from Africa, take it to European banks to enrich Europeans. And Europeans will be looking at you and be mocking you. They'll be laughing at you that you're all fools. But you don't know you're naked. How do they mock you? They go about saying that Africa is poor. They go about saying that, oh, they want to help Africa. They are mocking you. They are mocking you when you carry money from Africa and go to Europe and put in their banks. Money that you stole without shame. They are mocking you. No shame. No dignity. They don't care. How other people see them, they don't care. People can write all they write. It is only in the zoo you can see that Buhari died since 2017. Nobody want to talk about it. They are not even ashamed that the whole world knows. But within the zoo called Nigeria, they are not talking about it. The politicians are not talking about it. They are not ashamed. No shame whatsoever. No shame. No value. No dignity. No pride. No honor. They are naked. without the president, and everybody's moving on. Yes, let us move on like that. You expect other people to come and tell you that you're naked? It is only people that love you that will tell you. You expect them to come and tell you that you're naked? No, they will not. Why? Your nakedness is making their own lives better. So, if you have too many clothes, nice clothes, and you choose not to wear them, and you don't care who comes into your house to take them to wear, why would anybody tell you that you're naked? They wouldn't care. They will just come when they need good clothes. They come to your house, pick it, and go. Or they'll ask you for it, you give it to them and go. Whether you wear them or not, they don't care. They're even happy that you're naked. These are the basic tests of bestiality. Now you have to ask yourself, are you a beast? With the instincts that you portray, that you do not have dignity, you do things without shame, are you a beast? The human nature in you, the human intelligence in you will always fight against that beastly instinct. But because you are trained to be a beast, and that is the next level that we're going to. Because you are trained to be a beast, you will suppress the intelligence, the human intelligence in you. Why? Because living like a beast is easy. You know, the life of the beast, like some people will say, oh, when some dogs express, or some cats express some level of intelligence, some people will say, wow, this one is just humans in a cat body or in a dog body that is avoiding bills. Okay, why? Bills are difficult to pay. You have to work hard to pay your bills. But if you want to continue to live, enjoy everything, but you don't have to be paying bills and go through the hard part of life, then you have to be a beast. You have to walk naked. You don't need to have shame. You just go after food, behave the way you like. It's easy. The life of a beast is easy. But for you to make use of your intelligence and suppress the beastly nature in you, it takes discipline. And what gives you that discipline? School, education. Education gives you that discipline. So, what differentiates humans from beasts is not intelligence, but training. It is not intelligence because beasts also have intelligence. Their intelligence may not be as much as that of humans, but they also have intelligence. So it is training. Why? Human beings are a complex, they are a complex system, a complex animal system. Highly complex. And with high precision of intelligence. So they are supposed to train themselves on how to make use of this intelligence in such a way that they will not, the beastly nature in them will not begin to cause problem and destroy them. If you bring two beasts of different kinds and put them in the same house, the probability is there that one of them will kill the other. It is natural that they will fight. Most of the times, it is natural that they will fight. Bring two beasts, put them together, it is just natural that they will fight and kill themselves. But what makes humans superior is that we have intelligence. Each human is a beast of itself. But what makes you not to pound on each other and eat yourselves and destroy yourselves is your intelligence. The intelligence makes you to put laws. And everybody discipline themselves to obey the law. For you to obey law, it takes discipline. It takes discipline to obey laws. So, training is what makes you human. School, education. Now, there is a kind of education that can promote, that can train you to use your intelligence to promote your beastly nature, to promote your instincts, to promote the beastly instincts. And there is also a kind of intelligence a kind of training, a kind of schooling, a kind of educational system that will be introduced to you, which is the proper one, to make you live at peace with everybody, with yourself, and make progress in life through peace. Because you don't make progress in crisis, you make progress in peace. You make progress in peace. So, a human must be trained to live in peace with himself and with other humans, with himself, with his neighbor, with his environment, with his society. So, that is why the training that is given to free people, the schooling system that is given to free people, is not the same schooling system that is given to slaves. Why? Slaves are humans with equal intelligence with every other human in the world, but slaves are humans that are subject to their fellow humans. For that human that sees himself a master and calls the others that he has been able to subdue and calls them slaves, for him to keep them his slave, for him to keep them under him, for them to continue to worship and serve him, he must pass them through a kind of schooling system. A kind of schooling system that, instead of promoting their intelligence for them to live above their beastly nature, it will promote their beastly nature only for them to tame their beastly nature where he is. So he tames them, he tames their beastly nature, he tames them not for them to be obedient to laws, but for them to be obedient to him. So slaves are actually humans that are tamed, but humans are not supposed to be tamed. You must get this. Humans are not supposed to be tamed. Humans are supposed to be trained, not tamed. Why? Because no human is superior to another human. But humans, because of their superior intelligence, are superior to animals. And you do not expect animals to exhibit intelligence. You don't expect them to obey laws and all that. So you tame them. If they must live around humans, if they must live with humans, then they must be tamed. Animals that cannot be tamed are called wild beasts. Animals that can be tamed are called domestic beasts. So, what happens in a slave estate is that some that consider themselves masters tame the other people that they consider their properties. So instead of to train them, they tame them. if they are taking them through any educational system, the educational system is to tame them, not to train them. Africa is the way she is because Africa is still going through the educational system that the colonialists left for them. The colonialists left an educational system to tame them instead of to train them. African schools do not train you. African schools tame you. Most schools, most educational system in Africa are meant to tame you, not to train you. So you don't make progress. So you don't produce. So you are only trained to serve a master. It must be a master. And when everybody within that society is trained to serve a master, the master that is trained to live above his instincts will have to come from outside. And that is why there is neocolonialism. That is why Africans will kill themselves when an African train himself. Because if you are in Africa and you don't want and you realize that you are human and you go beyond the system that is meant to tame you, and you begin to train yourself and free yourself from mental slavery, then you now want to help your people because majority of the people have been tamed. They will begin to look for people from amongst your people that will be loyal to the masters for them to kill you. So that is the system. That is the system that the colonialists left behind. So if you want the people, that is why Radio Biafra is very important. On Radio Biafra here, we have been educating our people. We are not passing you through a system. You know, dogs go through system to tame them. I remember growing up, there are some dogs that will see they are very rash, very aggressive. Don't now take them, is it to the vet or to all those people that are trained on how to tame dogs. After a while, they will bring back your dogs. And your dog will be so loyal. You tell him sit, the dog will sit. Before you tell the dog sit, it will not sit. The dog will only attack when you ask the dog to attack. The dog will be so obedient. That is the kind of system that you have in your education. That is why the more educated you are in the zoo or most places in Africa, the more educated you are, the worse you become. That is why you don't produce intellectuals, but they call themselves intellectuals, but you don't produce intellectuals. Instead, you produce intellectuals. People that are highly quote-unquote trained, but still yet they cannot make use of their intelligence. Their intelligence is subject to the intelligence of their master. Whatever their master says is law. Whatever their master says is law. That is how they manage their intelligence. But your intelligence, you're supposed to be trained in your intelligence in order to manage your instincts, your bestial instincts. Because when a child is born, the child doesn't know what is law. The child doesn't know what are values. That is why children walk around naked. If you don't wear your children clothes, they won't wear clothes and they will not be ashamed. That is the original bestial nature in man. their intelligence are still growing. The intelligence is still growing. They are not ashamed to be naked at anywhere. They are not ashamed. But as their intelligence is growing, they will get to a point where they will be ashamed. They may not be ashamed to be naked at home, but they will be ashamed to be naked outside. Their intelligence is growing. Then their intelligence will get to a point where they will now be ashamed to be naked anywhere, whether at home or outside. Even when they are alone, they will be careful not to be naked so that somebody don't bump into them and find them naked. The intelligence grows, but the bestial instinct remains. So when you have a child and you do not train the child, that is why they say train the child. The child must be trained. So when you do not train the child, the bestial nature remains. The intelligence will still grow, but the child will not know how to use his intelligence to manage his bestiality. So the bestial nature remains. But unfortunately, if you are trained like a slave, if you are trained to only exhibit your bestial nature, because some people are trained to exhibit their bestial nature. If you are trained to exhibit your bestial nature, that is all the training you know. That is what you are also going to give to your child. And that is why we are doing lots of work on Radio Biafra, trying to ensure that we take away all those slavish training that you've gotten, so that your eyes can be open. You can realize that you are naked. So you begin to have value for family. You begin to have value for your original nation, because Nigeria is not our nation. Our nation is Biafra. Our country is Biafra. My nation is Izo. The Izo nation is my nation. Biafra is my country. I don't know Nigeria. I don't have any business with Nigeria. With the rest of the zoo, the business that we have is Africa. Is our continent. They are all continental brothers. Not a country or a nation. So you begin to hold value for family. That is why when you come to IPOB, our slogan is one family. One family is our slogan. To begin to remind you that family is important. Those are the trainings. Those are the teachings. Those are the basic education that were stolen from you. Our forefathers had it. Our forefathers had it. But they stole this from us, telling us that their educational system is superior, because the educational system is written with pen and paper, and we didn't know what pen and paper was. So they told us that it is superior, that is something new. You know, when you see something new, you think that anything that is new is superior to anything that is old. Some old, very old things remain superior to some of the new things. We had our own educational system. Our educational system was informal. That's how it is called, informal education. An average Biafran know all the laws of the land. As he's growing, his parents are telling him of the laws, the do's and don'ts. That is education. The older ones that are teaching the younger ones of the do's and don'ts of the town, of the community. That is education. What you must do, what you shouldn't do. The businesses that the family is engaged in. That is education. But when they came, they forced you into a world school and started using cane on you. Ask them if they use cane for their pupils and their students in Europe. If you carry cane to Europe, they will arrest you. Just holding cane, they will arrest you. They will say that you want to use that cane on somebody. That is why you're holding it. They are not allowed to hold cane. If you hold cane, they will arrest you. Why? Cane is used to tame. But if you want to train, you have to talk, because intelligence is in the brain, is in the mind. You must talk to the person must talk to you. You must argue, you must disagree and agree. You must task the person's brain. The person must be made to task his brain by himself. That is what education does. Not by force, not by flogging you, not out of fear, not out of terror. In the schools, in the zoo, it is out of terror that people are going to school. Out of terror. You see your teacher, you are afraid. Your teacher is supposed to be your friend. That's why when I was a teacher, when I was teaching, you can ask all my students, everyone that I have taught never forgets me. You cannot forget me, because I am never your enemy. You will never see me as an enemy. I have a different mentality. You will not see me as your enemy. You will always be my friend. Even when I was teaching primary school, the pupils are always expound their mind, because that is what education should be. Expand the mind of the individual. That's what I will always do. I will always expound the mind. Talk to them. It is talk. If you are a teacher, you have anything upstairs, you must talk it into the brain of your students. And your students must be allowed to disagree with you. If they cannot disagree with you, you're not a good teacher. If you cannot talk to them to the extent where they understand you, they now have their own opinion to disagree, then you're not a good teacher. Then you now want to force them to agree on everything that you said. That is terror. That is taming. That is meant for lower beasts. Not for intelligent, complex, intelligent creatures like human beings. Sometimes as a teacher, when you're teaching and you are getting your brains of your students engaged, you'll be amazed how what you think you already know, a student that you are teaching that is just getting to know it that moment will just think out something very reasonable and bring it out. That will get you also thinking and asking questions concerning what you are teaching. Whether what you are teaching is as correct as it should be. Or sometimes some will ask some very critical questions. But no. That is how the zoo is trained. And that is why you see that in the zoo, they don't have problem with taming opposition. Because everyone in the zoo, that is why when IPOB started, all they were thinking about is kill them, they will stop, kill them, they will stop. Kill them, taming. Shoot them, kill them. They are trained to tame. Tamed to tame. Kill them, they will stop. Shoot them, kill them, shoot them, kill them. Now, I am not saying this. I'm not putting only politicians. When I'm talking about this, I am not looking at only politicians. The average person whose minds have not been liberated, the average person in the zoological republic, in the federal republics of Nigeria, an average person that goes through the schooling system of the Federal Republic of Nigeria think in that line. They think in that line. That is why some people that they are not Fulani, they don't have any business with Fulani. In the zoo, some of them they can boldly repeat what the Fulani government said concerning IPOB, saying that IPOB is a terrorist group. Some of them can boldly say it. They can boldly say it with their mouth without shame to say that IPOB is a terrorist group. IPOB, that all we have been doing is to protest. We disagree with Nigeria, with everything that is Nigeria. If you think that Nigeria must stand, then why don't you debate us? Why kill us? That is how human beings behave. You debate. You say why Nigeria should be. We said Nigeria should not be for us. It can be for you. It should not be for us. Then you come out and debate. Debate is actually test of intelligence. That is why you debate. Test of intelligence. Who is more intelligent? Who has better solution? We say we want Biafra. The Nigeria can never work for us because we have studied Nigeria and we have seen that it can never work. You say Nigeria will work. The Nigeria must stand. The Nigeria is indivisible. Then let us debate it. We said no, Nigeria is not indivisible. Well, Nigeria is indivisible. We are not Nigeria. Nigeria can be indivisible. We are not Nigeria. We are Biafra. Nigeria is indivisible for Nigerians. But we are Biafra. But you want to force us to be Nigerians. You want to continue to occupy our land, claiming that we are Nigerians. Then let it be tested. Is that what the people want? Is that what the people want? Let it be tested in a referendum. You said no. You said no. The Federal Republics of Nigeria. You claim, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is that. He did this, he did that, he did this. You have taken him through your courts. You couldn't find anything. Release him? No. What is the aim? You want to tame. You want to tame. So, this is actually the simple explanation for everything that has to do with the republics called Nigeria. Nigeria is a republic of beasts because it trains people to exhibit beastly nature instead of the human nature. It's a republic of beasts. It's a beast republic. Some people will call it the jungle. But we in IPOB call it a zoo. Why do we call it a zoo? Because a jungle has freedom. The beasts in the jungle, they are not limited. They can run to wherever they want to in the jungle. The jungle is wide and open and free. There is freedom in the jungle. The beasts in the jungle can run to wherever they want to and return whenever they want to. Of course, they can face other beasts, but they have the liberty to face the beast or to run away, and they can regroup and defend themselves. They have liberty to defend themselves. The jungle is free. Nigeria is not a jungle. Nigeria is a zoo. A zoo is not free. The animals in the zoo are not free. They are put in cages for fun, for humans to view them and have fun and be happy. Zoos are humanly created. That is why Nigeria is a zoo, because Nigeria was created by humans. Nigeria was created by people. Nigeria was created by Britain. Zoos are built for economic reasons, to make money. When they put those animals there and you come to look at them, you must have to pay to have that access to view those animals. You must have to pay. The animals in the zoo are not free. They are not in the wild. The jungle is a wild. The animals in the jungle are free. The animals in the jungle are free. They are in their natural habitats. Nigeria is not our natural habitation. Our natural habitation is Biafra. Nigeria is not our natural habitation. That's why Nigeria is a cage to us. And that is why Nigeria is a zoo. Because when you cage animals, when you put animals in cages for economic purpose, it is a zoo. At this juncture, we shall be opening the lines so that those that want to call can call in and give their contribution to today's program as much as they want. So you can call and give your contribution. So if you are just if you are listening to us for the first time, I will have to call the numbers. I'll have to call the numbers for you so that you will be able to call, and please pay attention. I'll try to be slow in calling it, but please pay attention, okay? The number on signal to call is +45 71 64 59 62. That is the signal line for you to call. Then the line to call on WhatsApp. Okay, let me take the signal again. Let me repeat the signal so that somebody will not complain that I did not. +45 71 64 59 62. That is for signal. Then for WhatsApp, the number to call is +48 73 96 45 829. I repeat, the number on WhatsApp to call is +48 73 96 45 829. Then the Skype ID is Radio Biafra VOC, Radio-Biafra and VOC in capital, Radio Biafra VOC. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from? The caller on signal. Please, you have 3 minutes for contribution.
Mazi Tami Remi, I greet you.
Do?
Wait, let us throw my distance down. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Simon. I will never follow for the
Right on.
But you could be a bless everyone that bless our every leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he may be. Guide him, protect him.
You see?
Bless and purify anything that goes into his system. May any evil, the evil one they will cook and the thing they give to him be a blessing. Those are wishing good will follow them. Those are wishing evil back to sender. He will be back soon. Nothing will happen to him. Mary will cry.
Yes, sir.
Maz, I want to say the way it is because I'm just coming in and sure I have some of your topic, what you were saying, and the way it was. If you look at what is going on in the zoo now, they call this guy they call Kayama. He's telling it's like they're forcing the parents to force the ASU to come back to on which agreement. But that is their problem. Between zoo and what is going on there now, some of them, like what our leader was telling them cry in 2014, but during that time they didn't see it. Up to now, there's people that are still blind. But what are we going to do to wake them up? Are we going to be waiting, drowning because of them? No. We got to take away the baggages and move on. The mission of the restoration of Biafra must be completed.
Yes, sir.
Be calculated, whatever they are doing. This challenge has been there since 2014. In less than 20 years, let us see Biafran citizens and Nigerian citizens. It is a challenge that less than 10 years since 2014. But anyone still pushing us, or if we do not agree, because some of them they do listen. But when they come to you or they have any way they meet you, if you tell them you are not interested, it's like they see you like you are a stumbling block to them. Do your thing. I am not interested with anything Nigeria, man. With all due respect, I know they go back. The mission must be accomplished. You must remember, Nigeria, no one. Babash, no. Please. Ujakwa sahum maronwe. Ujakwa sahum maronwe. Mazi must continue.
Yes, sir.
The mission must be accomplished.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Biafra, sign up from here.
Biafra will heal thee. Thank you very much. We must continue. This is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. This is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. And we are here and we are moving forward. The lines are open and you can call. I've seen some calls from WhatsApp. You keep calling so that after the caller you can come in. So this is what we've been saying, that Nigeria is actually a republic of beasts. And that is why, because we want a reasonable country, We want a reasonable country. We want a place where people's intelligence can be trained and harnessed for the benefit of humanity. That is why we can never want Nigeria. Because Nigeria can never become better because of its systems, because of how it is built. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from. Please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
Yes, thank you, my dear brother Mazi Tami Remi. Bless you from here.
Yes,
my name is Desmond and I'm calling you from Italy. Mazi, Nigeria, I can tell you your lecture is very, very orientating. But you know, some dogs, when you give them food, they can still allow their children to eat first. I have seen dogs here that I am that allow their children eat first before they eat, despite their that's what you say when they are being trained above that level of their bestial and this thing. But in Nigeria case, they don't even allow. So Nigeria is worse than a dog. Are you with me? Nigeria is worse than a dog.
Of course.
You know, some people even say that our leader was very kind in calling them a zoo. Some people call them mortuary. Mazi, what I want to do, I want to encourage Biafrans for us to continue to support ESN, which is the usual message we bring here every day. We know what is happening in our land. The impostor has just made a statement that he killed 1 million. They are trying to hide the truth to keep Nigeria. The Nigerian youth should not allow them to go back the way they went 1967 to 70. That they killed 1 million to keep Nigeria. You know, it's just coming from Sahara. I just saw it. I don't know but the point is that one, they are liar. They killed more than 5 million Biafran children, women by genocide, them and British. So we are going to get our history straight in case if that is the thing they are trying to play. Secondly, if we start to threaten people, people are now wise and nobody is afraid of them or anything they can do, because the nation is failed and people need freedom and we are going to take our freedom. So Biafrans all over the world, we must continue to support ESN, and I bring you these our numbers for you to call if you're a Biafran, you are in Europe. These numbers are on Signal and WhatsApp. Anywhere you are in Europe, please call these numbers and you will be directed on how to support ESN through the right channel approved by HODDOS. These numbers are from IPOB National Body of Italy and signed by IPOB National Coordinator of Italy. Now the first number is +39 35100 46055. I'm going to call again. +39 35100 46055. This is IPOB National Coordinator number in Italy. The second is +39 371 3044902. I repeat, +39 371 3044902. This is IPOB National PRO number in Italy. Any of them will call, you will be directed on how to support ESN. As long as Biafran, you are in Europe, we are bringing the support of ESN to your doorstep so that you will not go and put your money in the wrong place. Meanwhile, supporting people who are fighting against what we are doing. That is why we are doing this. Should know IPOB is under one command and control. Nothing has changed. Nothing will change until we are in Biafra. Now, Mazi, I want to thank you again. Our demand is a condition of our leader and a referendum granted to us because we are taking our freedom and nothing is another option. Only Biafra. Thank you, Mazi, and Chukwabema bless you from here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We must continue. God bless you. Okay, I thought there was a call just now, but we must continue. Wanted to pick that. So the lines are open and we can call in. Okay, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Are you there? Is he having network issues? Is he having network challenge? Hello? The Zoo network. I think he's battling with network challenge. We must continue. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
Okay, sir. My African, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear, and the world is listening.
My African rep remain resolute. I remain formidable. And fix your eyes on the ball. Biafra, and that's all. There is no other thing we are looking for. We want to be free. And we must be free. Biafrans all over the world, we don't cook Kada Madra. Tell the chicken doesn't bear the Jishika, oh, the Asokun Nagera Canada. Jishika. They will try, but they will not succeed because we know. We are with you. We are not going back. Go back to where? Which place is our land? Our land is Biafra. And the Chukwu Kikadama has mandated that our leader must fulfill his mission. Nobody will stop him. African rep, Nigeria is a complete beast. Nothing to compare with Nigeria in terms of animals. After we are all animals, like as you said, and our leader have said it before. The only difference between we human beings and animal is just our mind. That's all. But if you want to be an animal, go and join Nigeria for the election. But if you want to be a real human being, as our African rep have said it here this morning, join IPOP and restore your fatherland. And that's all. We are peaceful people. We have no problem with anybody. Only that the world want to prove us that we are nobody. And we want to prove to the whole world that we are somebody. Nobody can challenge him. He's fully in charge with you, and he mandated you to be coming. Then the Kanu must be released to you, and then we will come back to our land. And let us see that idiot that we said that our leader will not be released. If our leader is a Fulani, we want to know. If our leader, the Kanu, is a Yoruba, we want to know from the world. Our leader is a Biafran. And he must unconditionally released. 6 months, you people are wasting your time. You people don't know what is coming to the world. You see, my Africa, do you see this United Nations? If they have eyes, they will know that our leader is the savior of the whole world. Well, are we painting truth any color? Then I think it doesn't seem that Genesis chapter 6 and the same Genesis chapter 7 from verse 1 to end. It happens in the time of Noah. The wickedness, complete wickedness of human beings. And here in Nigeria, this Nigeria, if you know you are a Biafran, go and join IPOP. All these governors, this is your best time now, because there is no other time for you. This is your best time. And you know that, what will you do? We want to get our land back and let Britain get away. We don't care. They have enslaved our ancestors. But you see this generation of Biafra, if Britain don't want to respect themselves as people that have dignity, let them just wait till that 6 months for our leader. We know the shake. We know the shake. IPOP is human Noah. You see that in Noah both Genesis chapter 7 and Genesis chapter. Okay, This is my time here to make sure that every of you realize that our leader is our Messiah. But we refuse to see that. But only moment to see Genesis chapter 6 and Genesis chapter 7. What happens in the time of Noah is what is going to happen here. You see this Nigeria. Fulani, what is coming to Nigeria? Save it now so that you will be free. Allow Biafrans to be free. Release our leader. Chapter 16. Chapter 16. I made the Marakwaja. The day of atonement. Go check it every breath. As long as you know you are an Igbo man, go check it. It's our tradition. I don't follow. I don't know. Can you change it? The day of atonement. This is the time for us to go back to our root. Then the First Samuel chapter 3. Ogula. I quote time and appeared to Samuel. So he did it to me. All I'm very welcome the news. Somebody who is helping his people to be free. Hey, Tatano, African rep. Don't step back. So you see what is coming to this Nigeria and the one that like because of this our leader. This our leader that abandoned his education, everything about him. His mother is son that because of us. Hey, Igbo. Then I'm the Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu before our eyes. Hey, then the teacher doesn't know. Forget about Sarah reporter. Our leader must unconditionally release. No Jupiter will stop him from being released from Fulani. But the Fulani give us violence. For we Biafrans to be free, then you see this word there, eh? All over the world, we will damage everywhere. Useless governors here.
Hello. Yeah, Mazi, please, and try to round up because of time, so I can take other people's call.
Yes, I'm rounding up. My African rep. On your Baburu to Syria. All the governors in Biafra land, all days, the last notice, God released their son, Ahamadika, immediately, like one or four. Oh no, so no, I got up there. I would go to quote Kadia, my lot of the fair. Only now with the leaders in Alabia Franga, Oga Su, Ofunimuno, Launa, so with the phone of the Coffo Jukuno, like Nuri, Nafo, Nampu, Ya. Oje, Okonko, Obehu. Africa have the come. Yeah. All Biafrans.
Biafra will hear thee. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name, where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
Okay, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Thank you. My name is Chukwemano. I'm speaking from Anokiti. I greet my leader and our leader who set up this platform for people to listen and to become a human being. Our leader is preaching the truth. The Bible said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." When you understand the truth, let's assume that the truth is just like a room. When you enter inside the room of the truth, you will see sense of reason. and the other collecting things that will make you to become a human being. The truth is number one, that will link you to all corners of reason as a human being. You talk about when you are teaching some people, you're a teacher. Then I say yes. As a teacher, when you are in a class, you will see what people is looking like. When you give mathematics on the board, you will see some people that will get 10 over 10. Some will get 3 over 10. Some get 0. Some get 9. That is human being. This sense of reason is very, very important. As we are talking on this radio, people who are hearing our voice, they know who is who and what is the teaching of a particular platform, and they learn from it. Each day, you take all the whole time to think and reason to come up with a topic like this. This topic is the beginning of the beginning of human being. As a Nigerian, what Nigeria believe and their way of life is criminality. You see, the white people refuse to teach Africa sense of reason, which is the bedrock of the whole thing. They teach you how to read and to write, to speak the grammar, and to be a criminal at the end. Because anybody that believes in Nigeria is a criminal. There's no doubt about it. Anybody defending Nigeria is a criminal. That is what Nigeria was made for. If you are a regular listener to Radio Biafra, you will have sense of reason. And this sense of reason will take you to all corners of life. That is the truth. An average Nigeria is fighting. If you go to some local government, for example, if there's any mineral resources in that local government, what do we see what is happening to that is people to fight to be the chairman of that very local government. It is not to develop that local government. What they are fighting to be as a chairman and a vice chairman is to stay at the front, collecting money from the Chinese or whoever is that have mineral resources in that very particular town. When they collect all this money, the chairman and the vice chairman and the secretary and their group, they will share the money. That money will not even reach to the village or town. And from there, that is what is an average Nigerian is, looking like.
Yeah, Mazi,
if you are a chairman,
Mazi, because of time, please. My voice is echoing. Yeah.
If you are
volume of the radio set. Because of time, please try to round up so that we can.
Hello. Yes. If you are a local, for example, if you are a chairman of a party, whatever you are interested as a Nigerian
is to fight to enter into that seat. When you enter, some of them will stay in a hotel. The alert of the local government money will come to their phone. They will share it with their friend. That is Nigeria. So because of time, I think I have a lot of things to say. I can stop here. Thank you very much, all Biafra.
Biafra will hear you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We must continue. We must make progress. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your time, for your contribution. Right on.
Okay, good morning, Mazi Tami Remi. I thank you for the lecture you give us this morning. And I want to tell my people, the whole Biafran, that Radio Biafra is our act of covenant. That is where we draw our strength. Look at the lecture you give us this morning. It's very hard for us to hear this type of education or anywhere in the world. Even here in abroad, they can never, there are some things, there is some way they will never allow you to go to that extent. Coming to what you said about Temi, in Nigeria they have seen everything that they cannot tell us. They cannot tell IPO because the mentality they use to do us, our leader come and he knows everything and God opened everything to him. That is how he trains us and that is how we are going. Look at this even politicians. They will do everything to bribe you. When you refuse to bribe, they will kill you. You go to Nigerian educational system, somebody you cannot see, even with the subject you read, it's very hard sometimes for you to defend it because you go through it with true fear. Thank you and God bless you. And there are things I want to make an announcement. I'm calling from Roma. We are having a meeting here in Roma every second Sunday of the month. Definitely this coming Sunday we are going to have a meeting. It starts by 1 o'clock. Biafran and you are in Roma. If you are coming to the meeting, if you are missing one, you can call this number 351 1133 of the coordinator, and the second one for the deputy coordinator 351 01 25761. This is our number. If you are missing, we'll come and join your people because this is the time our people need us most. This time, if we fail to do what we're supposed to do, even God, remember, all of us should remember that even this particular time, we beckon for God, still God sending man the car. If we miss it this time around, it will be very hard for us, and we call on God, it will be very difficult for you to answer. As I thank you and God bless you. We will like to hear this type of lecture. Thank you. Remember it. And God bless you.
God bless you. We must continue. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello, Professor Tari Remi. I'm calling from South Africa. My name is Ebo Chukwemeka from Enugu Province. I thank you so much for your lecture this morning here. I thank you. I appreciate it so much. You are giving us so much knowledge. You know, as we all know it from IPOB, that anybody who talks about Nigeria and what Nigeria is not a human being. In fact, the person is not existing because there is nothing to qualify the person as a human being. The person is non-existent. As we are fighting to get our freedom, Biafra is the breath that we breathe. Biafra is everything about us, Biafran people. Anybody who is not thinking about Biafra, the person is not a Biafran, because Fulani people or some part of Yoruba people, they are fighting for Nigeria because they are benefiting from everything that comes from Biafra, including business when we import things from overseas. They extort us. When we drive on the road, they extort money from us. In the church, they extort money from us. Mineral resources that we have, they hijack everything and they took all the money. So they are benefiting from everything from us. They are benefiting. So they are fighting for their benefits. But for the people of Biafra that depend on Nigeria, they are not human beings. They are not existing because they don't reason for future. Where are they going to be when they depart from this planet Earth? So we must move on. We must move on. And another thing I wanna mention before I leave is this. Yesterday, I think one of our brother talked about what's his name again from South Africa? Michael, short man. This guy that anchors Radio South Africa. I know him very well. I just forgot his name. So he was talking about Ebubagu, that IPOB leadership have declared Ebubagu to be rid of Biafra land. I support it more than 1,000%. And another thing I want to let them know, so please, our security, ESN, they must know that as soon as they have started fighting Ebubagu, that the Nigerian military will join Ebubagu also. GSS will join Ebubagu also. So we must think wild how to be ready to fight them widely, because they will come with different tactics. So we must reason wide how to be able to defend in every angle. So I thank you guys so much. We must move on. Victory is ours. And I thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May He give him strength and the victory. Thank you guys. Shalom, shalom, my brother.
Shalom, shalom. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Getting Ebubagu out of our land is not just by force. It's also, that is why our people are protesting. Protesting everywhere. And if it has to do with the Zoo Army, protecting Ebubagu, all the things Ebubagu have done, they did it under the protection of the Zoo Army. Left to only Ebubagu, they wouldn't have been able to even survive this long. When it is the Zoo Army that protects Ebubagu, that guides Ebubagu, guide them to do all the rubbish that they have been doing. We must continue. Some people have been calling me, and let me take this call first. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from? Hello, are you there? Doesn't even realize I picked his call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, good morning. Please, right on. Oh, we lost him. I think he's in a place that is not so suitable. The background noise wasn't even flowing properly. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? What is happening? I cannot tell. Let me see if I can call back some of those that called me on Signal. Let me see if I can bring them back in before we round off today. They were trying to call. You can still call us on. You can still call us. Hello, the caller on signal. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name, where you calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
Good morning, my African rep. My name is Odo Ejike. I'm calling for the first time.
You're welcome, my brother. Right on.
Today's topic, for your today's submission, it was very educative. And I pray for our Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that Chukwokika Bema will guide and protect him wherever he is. And at last, God will give us victory and we shall be in the land of Biafra.
You see?
I thank all of you I thank all our leaders for the good thing that I'll be doing. We are listening to you. I am calling for my location. I'm calling from Zoo for my location. So, and I listen to Radio Biafra every blessed day. And because of the listening, I have been educated. I was reasoning like an animal before. Because of this radio, I have been educated and I've started to be reasoning like a human being. I thank all of you for the good work you are doing, and especially for your today's submission, because when I was in school, so I argued too much, and when I argue with a teacher will refer you to people that know that this one should teach you. I thank you for your submission today very much. Keep the good work. Keep the good work.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you. And God bless you, sir.
You see?
God bless you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That is my submission. Thank you.
You're welcome. We must continue. This is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. In case you're just listening to us, in case you're just joining us, this is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. And it's important that you flow. It's important that you join us and share, because this message must get to the ends of the earth as much as possible. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Right on, the word is listening. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just write on. The world is listening to you. We're all waiting for you to speak.
African.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
African, you are doing great. My name is Okechukwu. African, you are doing a great job. Every day you bring us you're a professor. Every day you come on air, you bring us something that will make somebody to come alive. First of all, African, you see, as yesterday, you know what most of what people are doing. Hello.
Yes, I'm with you. Most
of the work you are doing is a great job. You see, this education and the enlightenment people are giving to us is very important. The same thing that happened to my area, my zone here. There are some people that, as we just gathered, we are just discussing. As we are discussing now, they brought issue of being a Igbo man. They say those words, majority of them are non-Igbo. Some of them mostly Bini people. They start talking about I'm an Igbo man that I hope that everybody supporting P2B. I say for what? I say P2B. Why should I support him? He say P2B is the only person that can rule Nigeria. I say, my brother, I can't gather all of them. Come lecture them. Come tell them much about P2B. Believe me and you, most of them begin the reason. They begin the reason. I come tell them, say, okay, how many companies did the P2B have in Anambra State? I asked them that how many factories did P2B have in Anambra State? I told the guy, I said, do you aware that the P2B have a shopping complex in Abuja? He said, yes. I said, are you aware that P2B have a brewery in Lagos or whatever, or say, I don't know. He said, yes. I said, I begin to lecture them many things. They begin the reason. Say, I say, okay. Now the question I want to ask yourself now is that most of these people are following Obi now. I tell them, say, okay, now you be Benin. Say yes. I say, okay. Will you, this your brothers there now? They hate you. Oh, I mean, they hate you. Hate you. I mean, all of them hate you. He said no. I said, but do you know that if you are going home now, you will be going with your brother. Me, I will be going with your brother. I said, do you see that most of the people that are supporting Obi is only on social media, and most of them are Benin, and most of them are not even Igbos. I said that, do you think that every woman will hate Obi? He say what I'm saying is true. After lecturing them, all of them begin the reason say true that we have what I'm saying is truth. I say okay, now how can you think that Peter Obi will win an election in Nigeria? So in fact, I don't want to go far. Let me just tell you why I even called this afternoon. I want to tell this very particular guy that he used to come from Aba. Somebody come from US the other time, he want him. Somebody still come from Germany the other time, and he call him, he want him. Let him minimize the way he treat people. Let him minimize the way he talk about treating people on Radio Biafra. A lot of people are listening to this radio. This is not a family radio. This is not a radio you can come and start threatening. Even the GOS, he never threaten anybody. All the hierarchy officers, they never threaten anybody. Let him stop threatening people. Somebody call him the other time, warn him. From Germany, somebody come from US, warn him. So immediately K1 come for A. He start complaining to K1 about people are complaining about you. Why would you complain? Your quotation you are giving in Radio Biafra, is it helping anybody? Somebody asked you the other time, say that, how many times do you go to Abuja to protest or go with them? You come to Radio Biafra, putting Bible, threatening people here and there. Let him stop it. He will make some statement that is good. Sometimes like that threatening, let him stop that threatening people. This Radio Biafra, everybody is listening, not the compulsory. You will call all the whole radios. Start to threatening people. Start to putting Bible. Start putting Bible.
Hello, Mazi, it's fine. It's okay. There's no problem.
God bless you, Africa Rep.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I thought that the does not listen, but it was when he reacted for K1. That's why I know say this man listen, but you don't take correction. It's wrong. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name, where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Hello, are you there? I can see that there is a little bit network challenge. Hello, are you there? Oh.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, I think my voice is echoing at the background. Put down the volume set and try to move from where you are because of network.
Coming from.
Try to move from where you are because of network. The network seems to be affecting you. Hello, are you there? Hello? Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, your name, where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Our time is running out.
Okay. Thank you for giving me the time. Mazi Remi. I'm very grateful. My name is Simon, so I'm calling from my location. Actually, I want to contribute for all the lectures that you have made for us this evening from my location. And I thank God that we are listening. Your word is being educating. We are now educating ourselves together. So I'm urging our brothers all over the world, in the land of Biafra, everywhere, they should listen to Radio Biafra, because Radio Biafra is the place that we can listen and we hear the truth, and the truth will set you free. Actually, today I'm very, very amazing because I've never heard such thing before. I've never heard this kind of lecture before. Since I began to listen to Radio Biafra, are becoming more educating. Even though I didn't go finish my secondary school, but Radio Biafra have taught me something that in 100 years or even 1,000 years in a day I can never get to learn. So I'm very, very grateful, and I still know that I will learn more because I want to know more about my history. But my history is very important because I come to realize that without Biafra there is no life. Without Biafra there is no life because we are the light of the world. Our leader makes us to know that we are the light of the world. And the very first day I came to realize that I'm a Biafra, that is when I came to realize that I am the light of the world. So today I began to know that things begin to work well for me. I began to prosper. I began to everything is working accordingly, and I'm very grateful to people of Biafra. So I want to urge our brothers to try all we can. It's not, all over the world that things are tough now, but we should try and make sure we listen to Radio Biafra. There is a comment one of our comments made this morning, your focus about the new process. He said that he's giving a well of praise to us. So I want to use this word. Please permit me to use this word. I want to say this to that same person, to that Buhari's ex Buhari's latest boyfriend. I want to say this to him, and we should realize that the youth of this day, the Biafrans of this day, we are all over the world. I want him to know that we will die for our dignity. I want him to know that we are not going to leave one stone. We are not going to sell anything. We will give out all we have to make sure we respect them. And at the end of all, we will go out on the street and go naked and glorify Biafra. Because we have made us, and we have made it so possible. Because now I come to realize the reason why God is prospering me. The reason why He's prospering me is to be the little, is to stand on that day support His ministry on earth. So that is the reason why I'm doing all I can to support the DOS, to support the Biafran movement, and to support our angels on ground. They are doing a great work. They are very, very grateful, and I'm praying that people start them and keep on blessing them and strengthening them and give them all that they will need and the wisdom and understanding that I know the battles of the Lord. I know the Lord God that we serve, that we call upon every day, that is our leader in the dungeon of our enemy is with us. So we should fear not that we are winning this battle, that we are going home very soon.
Yes, sir.
I have gotten the revelation that we are going home.
Yes, sir.
We are going home. I want to say this to our brothers. They shouldn't just say, I am nobody, but God can use us to speak to man, and man will listen and the voice of God. And we should rise up and fight to make sure we get our nation Biafra. All hail Biafra.
Biafra will hail thee. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless.
The caller on signal, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution. Hello, can you hear me?
Good morning. Good morning. I can hear you, sir.
Yeah,
good
right
morning,
on.
sir.
Right on. Good morning.
Mazi, my name is Mazi Tami. I'm calling from my location. Actually, I just tune in now. I don't know the topic that we are treating, but what I want to say is this. I want to urge our people to start listening to Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra is educative. Radio Biafra is teaching a lot of things. When I was in school, I don't know history. I don't know anything about history, but since when I started listening to Radio Biafra, that's my life never be the same. I have learned a lot of things. let our people, you know, keep it as a point of duty to be listening to Radio Biafra every day of their life. They will learn a lot of good things on it, and also draw their children close to Radio Biafra, because when you draw your children close to Radio Biafra, your children will learn a lot of things. All those past histories which British deny from us and the Nigeria government deny from us to learn when we was in school. So they will learn it in the Radio Biafra. So Mazi, I don't have more thing to say because I know that your time is not in your side again. I want to thank our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also I want to thank our HODs, and also my prayer goes to our ESM. I pray may God bless them and strengthen them and give them encourage to continue the fight to protect our life and our properties, more especially. Mazi, let me sign off from here.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning.
God bless you.
All right.
The caller on WhatsApp, your name and where you're calling from, and you have 3 minutes. I hope you can hear me this time, because the other time you were calling, we're having issues.
Mazi, good afternoon.
Yes, good morning from here. Right on.
Okay. My name is Ebe Chibo. I'm calling from Igodo.
Good.
First of all, I want to thank you people for the good work that you are doing for us. May God bless all of you and also bless our leader. I thank you for all the teachings, especially today's teaching. It is very, very interesting for those who want to get it. Since I began to listen to Radio Biafra, my life has not remained the same. So I'm urging our people to make sure they tune in to Radio Biafra. Maybe if you can't get it where you are, you can go to Radio Biafra app. Because there's a lot of things the way our people reason I don't understand. Like some people are queuing for P2B to win election. But what I'm trying to ask them is that even if P2B win election for Nigeria, after 4 years or 8 years, a Fulani man will still enter there. Then when the Fulani man enter there, will he still do like P2B? That is what they don't know. So I want our people to rethink and come back. Biafra is our only hope, because people are planning about election, talking about PVC, while others in the same country are busy buying ammunition, packing it, preparing for war. So the earlier we understand who we are and that we are not accepted in this country, the better for us. So I thank you people for now. Let me stop here because of our time. Shalom, sir.
Shalom, my brother. Shalom. God bless you. And this brings us to the close of today's program. Our topic today is the Federal Republics of Nigeria. We are breaking it and exposing and explaining why we call Nigeria a zoo. Ensure you share this message, ensure you share the recorded broadcast to people that didn't have the opportunity to listen, or from the social media platforms. Ensure you share it, because it is very, very important that people are able to listen to this and are able to follow up. And my name once again is Mazi Tami Remi. Somebody is calling. If I ask them to take 2 minutes, they will not. They will take 4. So Tami Remi. Somebody is calling. If I ask them to take 2 minutes, they will not. They will take 4. So, Tari Remi.
Serpent and resin natural clay factory. All the money meant for all these capital projects,
I want them to come. Remember what I told you many years ago? They will kill us.
Stagnated. Saying that
this Osibanjo case, so they want to force the man out.
They are now overseas in people's private accounts. Some of you cannot go to hospital. God is listening. When I tell you that Nigerians are insincere people, you must believe me. There is something dishonest. A people that is incapable of human development and civilization. Once you are a zoo, monkey or baboon, you must live your life in infamy. Because you are a Nigerian. Yoruba man has spoken. Nigerians are not sincere. As I didn't tell you before. He's a Nigerian, no? He's telling you that their people are not sincere. Did I not tell you before that they are not sincere? You want to know what is insincerity? I will give it to you the way it is. Because the zoo is patently evil. Nigeria is evil. Do you know how much they stole? 400 billion pounds is in Europe, is in Asia, according to UK group. Ocean Zoo, the amount of money they steal will start off a tsunami. 400 billion. Very close to $1 trillion. An amount of money that can build second Niger bridge, pay for free education for every child, make sure that all roads are built, you have running water, you have electricity, your university is funded. 400 billion pounds stolen by the monkeys, and blame it on these people. You have 400 billion pounds stashed in 3 continents. They are the elite. These are the people that America wants to give weapons to. The world must hang itself in shame. The whole world must be ashamed of itself. You want to give guns to people. You want to give jet fighters to people. You want to give aircraft to people who are complicit in the impoverishment of their own people. These are the people responsible for the impoverishment in Africa, the poverty in Africa, the premature death, the hunger, the disease that they are suffering from. These are the people you want to sell guns to. You want to sell guns to somebody who has gone out to bank 400 billion pounds. $1, not naira. I said pounds. 400 billion. This news is being reported by white people, the UK group they call them. Now you understand why they want the zoo to be one. Now you know why they want one Nigeria. Because the so-called Nigerian politicians, they steal all the money meant for your child's education, the money meant to give you soft loan to develop your small business, the money designed to make sure that rice is grown locally, the money that should make sure that Nkalago cement factory is working, Golden Guinea Omaha working, ceramics, Aba textile mill, Mbise paint and resin natural clay factory. All the money meant for all these capital projects, they are now overseas in people's private accounts. Some of you cannot go to hospital. These are the people responsible for it. They are called the elite. They are called politicians. They are called governors. They are called senators. They are called House of Reps members. They are called House of Assembly members. They are called local government chairmen. How much have they stolen? 400 billion pounds. If you go inside the sea and say 400 billion, tsunami, earthquake, tsunami will start. That is serious money. Nearly $700 billion, very close to $1 trillion. More than the budget of the zoo put together for many years. These are the criminals. That is why I say that black people are criminally minded. These are the funds stolen from poor people. But it doesn't affect you, does it? Of course it does. If you are running a generator tonight, that is the reason why you are running it. Your money was stolen. 400 billion stashed abroad. Africans are not ashamed of themselves. I am ashamed to be called an African, I'm telling you. Very, very ashamed. And who are the people stealing the money? Who are the people stealing the money? Amechi. Chibike Amechi. Chibike Amechi. He has stolen the money, and people are now describing it as a moral burden for Buhari. I told Chibike Amechi, Awasa will not save you. Awasa will abandon you. Chibike Amechi is a thief. He is one of those implicated in having 400 billion pounds stashed away abroad. 400 billion stashed away. 400 billion, I tell you. 400 billion. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. I can't understand what is happening, to be honest with you. I can't understand what is going on. But the criminality...
I want them to come. Remember what I told you many years ago? They will kill us. We will kill them. In the end, Biafra will come. Everything I tell you comes to pass. They will know they are gentle. They will come. They are foolish. By nature, they are very hopeless. They will come. This time around, we will turn Biafra land into a burial ground. For
out. What you told us, I'm even about to call you now. Good morning.
I want them to come. Remember what I told you many years ago? They will kill us. We will kill them. In the end, Biafra will come. Everything I tell you comes to pass. They will know they are gentle. They will come. They are foolish. By nature, they are very hopeless. They will come. This time around, we will turn Biafra land into a burial ground for terrorists. They will understand how serious we are. We have raised it. It's no longer coming down until freedom is declared. They understand that very well. They understand that very well. There is need for us to remain focused. Going into this 2021, focused. Don't allow yourselves to become distracted. That was what happened to us during the war. Had we fought that war up until August or September of 1970, we would have won. That would have been victory. Nixon would have stepped in. That would have been victory.
Somebody is calling. If I ask them to take 2 minutes, they will not. They will take 4. So Tari Nemi. Somebody is calling. If I ask them to take 2 minutes, they will not. They will take 4. So
good evening, great Biafrans, wonderful people and beautiful people. Permit me to welcome you this evening once again. Today, of course, is a day that Chukwuoke Kabema have made, and today is Wednesday, the 27th day of July 2022, the year of our Lord. And of course, the time standing here this evening, around about 4 minutes to 7 p.m. in the evening here in Johannesburg. And of course, it will be the same minutes to the top of the hour, 6 p.m. in the Holy Land of Biafra. Permit me to welcome you. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. And of course, we have come once again to do the needful. And of course, that is to continue the preaching, the restoration efforts of the kingdom of God on this planet Earth. The kingdom of God we are talking about, of course, is Biafra. Make no mistakes. I heard from Omowa in Olo province of Biafra land. And of course, this is what we have signed up to do, and that is to continue on this restoration effort, irrespective of what the enemies think, irrespective of what is happening in our land, in Biafra land. As you can see, all the prophecies of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to pass. It is coming to pass right before.
Ọchịwadala mọzọnụ onye kara aka onye kpọrọ akpọchi ike ye ọchịwa na London weye ije ihe ji ege me na Manchester udele na-eri ozuwe udele na-eri ozuwe udele na-eri ozuwe udele na-eri ozuwe okwu ụzọ dị mmanụ udele na-eri ozuwe vampaya ndị moyi udele na-eri ozuwe ojọbara kwaka udele na-eri ozuwe ojọbara emoji udele na-eri ozuwe isipika tu gọvanọ udele na-eri ozuwe udele na-eri ozuwe udele na-eri ozuwe udele na-eri ozuwe ọtịrịbịshi ụmụnne udele na-eri ozuwe ọmụrụ let's take easy fan of France. Manchester. Udele na-eri ozuwe vampire ndị Imo steeti vampire ndị Imo steeti hopu ụzọ dị mmanụ hopu jọbara kwaka amatara m hopu ụzọ dị mmanụ afọ 2004 ruo n'afọ 2006 mgbe ọ na-esogharị ndị fọrọ Naịjirịa mgbe mmemme bido kọfuru ka m matara hopu ụzọ dị mma ama m ya asụ onye ọgwụ ego ọ dazibịa m ọpụredi Supreme Court bịara nye anyị ya as gọvanọ n'Imo akwa nna hụ na Imo steeti Fada Mbaka bịa lele onye kpọrọ hopu ndị Imo sa Chineke kpara gị elebiru na ya kwuo ihe gbasara ya ọwụ onye gwara gị sa Chineke sa hopu bịara n'Imo steeti anyị ahụ na hopu ahụ mgbe ọnụ ha tige hopu ụzọ dị mmanụ ọ gaghị adịrị ọnụ na mmanụ anụ mere n'Imo steeti arụwe tinyere anyị ihe ojọbara kwaka amụsụ na-eri ụmụ ya vampaya nke ndị Imo steeti onye ọgwụ ego mama na n'Imo steeti onye ọgwụ ego anyị mama n'uwe ọhụrụ ndị bidoro yahu plus o bidoro yahu na ọhịa eji jụọ ya sọ ma ha akpọ yahu esa ya nwa ihe ije ọchịkwa ọwa ya kwa aga m ekwu eziokwu o jemara je were ndị Fulani ihe tinyere anyị ihe ọha ebube atụrụ a na-egwusi ndị Imo steeti ịbịa n'ala ọlụwe yusu n'ebe ahụ agwụla n'oyi ọkwa obodo ya ahụ his own local government ya na-egbu ụmụnne ya na-atọ ya ụtọ egbu ụmụnna ya please his grandmasters onye rere nwanne ya rijuo afọ fegi n'uwe ihe mere ya n'uwe ọ ga-agwa gị okwu ụzọ dị mma o chere na ya rụ ụmụnne ya n'aka ndị ugwu na ha ga-etinye ya as president ya ga na-achị abịa mana ha mechara gwụwa ya n'ala gwụọ ya ihe na onwe emegbuo ya so nwa sịrị ya bata ebe a echọghị wepụ ụzọ dị mma n'ụwa ya brabra o nwere ihe m chọrọ ịgwa gị ụzọ dị mma lies our religion.
Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another live broadcast from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today is Wednesday, the Damali day that we're bringing the Australians to the show. They're coming in this morning, so we don't have time to do any more talking or caballing, but I hope they are ready to come in. Any minute from now, I'll bring them in. Let me try to call them and see if they are set for this show today. Guys, are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to ramble? Hello?
No, you can coordinate here because.
All right, are you guys not ready immediately? I can play some more.
Yes, we are ready. Ready, sir.
All right, go ahead, sir. The line's open for you. Good morning.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Good evening here, Biafra. Friends of Biafra, my name is Mazi Nnamdi. I reside here in Australia. As always, I have with me the members of IPB community here in Australia. We welcome everyone to this wonderful edition. But before I commence, I would like to call upon the name of Chukwuka Abiyama, who made heaven and earth. Onye bere ekekere n'igwe na ala. Onye bi n'eluigwe were n'ụwa mere mgbakwa Chukwu. Anyị akpọkọ oge n'ụbọchị nke taata. Anyị ekene gị n'ihe ọma niile nke ị mere n'ime ndụ anyị. Ezi onye nwe nna Chineke. Anyị akpọkọ oge n'ụbọchị taata bụ ihe niile wee na-ekene gị ihe ọma nke ị mere n'isi nwaodibo gị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. N'ezi onye ebere nke wadịpụtara nwaodibo gị ya bịa gbapụta ụmụ gị from aka ndị zoo. I wee na-akpọ gị eze onye ebere ha wee na-ayọ gị n'ụbọchị nke taata wee na-asị gị bịa nọ ịgbazikwanụ ya ume ebe ọbụla ọ nọ lekwanụ ụmụ gị ndị ọzọ atụba n'ime mkpọrọ gasị ebe dị iche iche. Ọ dịghị ihe nke ha mere sọsọ na ha na-ekwupụta okwu ọma gị ha na-eze gị n'elu ụwa bụ Biafra ka eji egbusisi ya. Ezi onye ebere ha wee na-ayọzikwa wee na-asị gị ị ga-agbachizikwanụ nkịtị ka na-egbusi ụmụ gị. Egbusisichazi ụmụ gị onye ndị ga-agazikwanụ gị ije, onye ndị ga-ekwuchitekwanụ okwu, onye ndị ga-agwakwanụ mba ụwa maka gị. Ezi onye omume anyị ma na anyị mejọrọ gị ma gị gbagharị jizienụ Biafra anụwa wee kwụzienụ anyị ụgwọ bụ ezi Biafra wee kpọkọtasịara anyị ọnụ. Ezi onye nwe ọnwụ na anyị enweta Biafra ụmụ gị ga-efusịsị ọ dịghị onye ga-amakwazi onye ịbụ. Wee na-akpọkụ gị n'ụbọchị nke taata nekwanụ aka ọbụla ji na ụmụ gị agara ana Biafra agara adị aka ọbụla ọ bụ nwoke ọ bụ nwaanyị ọ bụ ihe afọ mụrụ ọ bụ ihe mbụ anyị mụrụ. Wee na-asị gị ezi onye ebere gbochisie aka ahụ. Nwekwanụ ndị nọ n'ime anyị na-ebute ọgba aghara ka Biafra ghara ịpụta. Anyị wee na-asị gị ezi onye nwe m welu ha gosi egzampụlụ gbosisi ha n'ime anyị ma ndị na-ezo ezo ma ndị jiri ọma ma ndị na-etisa ntisa. Anyị na-asị gị ezi onye nwe m chụsisi ha wesisi acha afụfụ ọma ọka kpopụ ha osisi ha bikos ha bịara mkposa. Wee na-asị gị mekwa ha ihe ị na-eme ndị zoo. Obodo ọbụla tiri aka ka e wee na-emegido ụmụ gị na-eti aka na-enyere ndị zoo aka. Obodo ahụ a na-akpọ Naijiria aka ka e wee na-emegido ụmụ gị. Ezi onye nwe m ihe ha na-eme na zoo nke ka nke na-eme n'obodo ndị ahụ tie ọgba aghara tii ka ha gbusisiwe onwe ha. Ezi ome ka ụwa wee mara na ọ bụ ngụnwa na-eme ihe anụnwa na ọ bụrụ mmadụ dị ndụ. Eji nwa odibo gị nwee nje ozi gị
ọ bụrụ na ha ha ya ezi onye nwe m ka Abuja ahụ ka ndị a ha na-akpọ ndị a na-egbu mmadụ gbekọrịzie ebe niile ahụ ma gbuwe ha egbukọrịtawara onwe ha mee ka ihe dị iche mewe obodo ọhụrụ na tiri aka ka ejide ụmụ gị n'obodo anyị na ụmụ gị agara na iwe na-asị gị ka ihe na-emenụ na-emesi ike ezi onye mụmụ ya bụ n'ikpeazụ ka otito na ndụ n'elu wee dịrị afọ gị na ọ dịghị mmadụ ga-anara otito gị na ọgụwa bụ onye nwe otito anyị ga na-efe gị n'ụtụtụ na ehihie n'abalị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-asị gị chebekwana anyị nekwanụ ESN nekwanụ all the principal officer chebekwana onye ọbụla nekwanụ media warrior chebe anyị na ndị ilo karịrị akarị ma wee na-aja gị gbaa anyị ume anyị ga-enwere mmeri maka ikwere anyị nkwa na mmeri ga-abụ nke anyị n'ikpeazụ mana isi na a ga-egbu anyị yes mana isi n'ikpeazụ na anyị enwe mmeri na ndaba ahụ ka anyị kwudosi ike mmeri ahụ ka anyị na-eche wee na-anụsi ike wee na-arịọ gị bịa duwe anyị otu anyị si ya ọnabata ekpere anyị anyị makwanye ọnabatakwana anyị makwanye ya ọnabatakwana ya ezi onye ebere na anyị bụkwana ụmụazị na anyị na-asa ahụ n'afọ na ọdịrọ nke anyị ma wee na-akpọkụ gị n'ụbọchị tata wee na-asị gị ezi onye nwe nnara ekele anyị wee na ọya n'afọ bụ Chukwu okike abịa abụọ wee na-asị ise Biafrans, there is a lot happening, and I must first of all thank Biafrans worldwide and all the media warriors for the excellent job every one of you are doing. It's not easy. What we are pursuing is a nation. We are using a bare hand to pursue a nation. While our enemy has everything, they have the money. They have the power. They have all the influence they have on this earth. But we have none. But only our crying is what Chukwukabema hearing. And we must continue to do what we need to do. We must continue evangelizing. We must continue letting our host countries know our pillage. Because we need to keep on appealing to the society. Because majority are in favor of war of Biafra. It's only the few, only the elite that are benefiting from the miserable, from the oil from Biafra land. They are the people that are conniving to make sure we are not free. We have to expose them like we always. Like always. Because nothing. If we do not do that, nobody will do it for us. And nothing will happen. And we will keep on dying like we have been dying. And if we look around, they are not doing anything. Rather, they are planning more and more of their next election. How they can continue to pillage. How they will continue to milk on the suffering of average people in that contraction called Nigeria. As we always have, as our leader let us know, and as from the amalgamation, because there is no really amalgamation paper, it's just a notes. It was stated there that this experiment will last for 100 years. And that 100 years expired on the December 2013. Just like the Hong Kong expired 100 years of a British colony and they returned Hong Kong back to China. The same thing with Macau, they return it back to China because it's an agreement. So does ours. It was 100 years on the memo. Freddie Lugard, it was on the memo notes. The heads of the clan, none of them signed, put any signatory. There was no conference called. Everything was hurried up because of this First World War. When the Germans pull out of Africa. They were stationed in Cameroon, they pull out of Cameroon. The British Empire and the British and the French, they keep on expanding quickly. When the Germans pull out, because of First World War, they forcefully amalgamate us, mix oil and water. And the people at that time lamented, just like Radio Biafra is screaming. They were screaming. No, they rejected it. People in Lagos then, they rejected it. They said you cannot mix oil and water. That is a death trap. And Lugard knows exactly what they are doing. They did. And they said to us, people in the East, that we are we are progressive people and we are very smart. And they use the current education system to disadvantage us. All these things was planned that they said, yes, they want to slow the East down. And they implement this schooling method, the education method, just to disadvantage people in the East. All these things were there. All these things was written in the memo from Lugard before the amalgamation. That is why we have to do everything we can to leave this contraction, because the more we stay there, like I told one of my friends a few years back, he said that we have labored so hard in Nigeria. We have built every nook and cranny in Nigeria. I said, yes. He said we must receive our dividends. Then I said to him, look, all these things, all this weight you see, you say you have built, is nothing to compare when Biafra comes. You will quadruple it. But if you insist that you want to get your dividend in Nigeria, your only dividend you will get is death, killings, and death. Because that country is not made for you. That country is made to cage you. That country is made to hold you back so you wouldn't reach your potential. That contraction called Nigeria is purposely set up to hold you back, so that somebody else will control your destiny. You managed and finished in university after being on strike 11 months out of 12 months. For 6 years, you managed to bribe and get your paper certificate and you are graduated. You have no job. You have no place to work. The only alternative work is Okada. And Okada these days, they don't even allow it in the big cities. Another alternative is to go and steal. That is why we have a high crime. Those that their people have money, they send them abroad. Those that work so hard or went apprentice and raised money, they trek through the desert and perish in desert. Sahara Desert, where they are trekking to go and look for greener pasture. Those that made it and tried to cross Mediterranean and get swallowed, they sank in the ocean there, drowned, trying to make it across to the Europe. And those that did make it, there is nothing. They start dumping into legal stuffs and then end up in jail. Some are in death sentence. Some are life imprisonment. Then you look back, you find out nothing. The more we troop out in numbers, the more the Fulanis from the Sahel are heading down the east where the greener pasture is and taking over our land and our oil, while we are dying in the desert looking for something to eat. The reason why all these things are happening to us is because we were caged in that country called Nigeria. Everything was designed to hold you down. Still, some people still believe in it, that eventually one day it will happen. That there will be a change. Who told you so? For how many years? Zeke fought for the Biafra Nigeria. And Nigeria got independent. Zeke never smelled the prime ministership. He's not in the power and the decision-making body of Nigeria until he died. Rather, the British gave it to Fulanis. Proxy to use it to keep on controlling our destiny. And Sudan of Sokoto said it then that just few days after the independence, if I'm not mistaken, 1966, is it August? I can't remember, December of October 6th, 1966. It says that, I will quote, I don't have it exactly, but I will just quote it off it. It says that Nigeria is Nigeria is a estate of our great grandfather, Uthman Dan Fodio. That we are going to use the minority North to control the South. We shall not allow them. We shall control their destiny. Like he just caused that country called Nigeria, and that is exactly what he did. And if he sat back and look word to word of what Sadano Sokoto said, you see, I will say he's a prophet. Everything he said, that is exactly what is happening. Since 1966 to today, I just felt short to call him man of God, honestly, because he predicted exactly. He spoke the words, and we said the word he spoke is manifesting exactly the way he said it. Then the rest of us, like we are charmed, we are hypnotized, we can't even, we lost our senses. And then how did he use the North to control our destiny? Never to allow us to grow. They never allow us to grow, and they didn't allow us to become shorter. They used the middle belt. Go on for the Civil War, isn't it? After killing us, then power started changing over from late 70. Then 1980, power completely gone. They killed them in a queue. Dinka and so on and so forth. Babangida came, Buhari came in, overthrew Shagari. From there, the power changed hand because they have used the minority North to conquer the South. During the Biafran War, majority of the people that fought Biafrans are from the Middle Belt. They used them to conquer us. And then power gradually changed over, power gradually changed and returned to the Fulanis. Buhari overthrew Chagari, Fulani man. From there, Babangida came, Shonika Babangida came. From Babangida, how many years? Barryman, gradually, the Abiola won, they killed Abiola. From Abiola to Obasanjo to compensate. Obasanjo returned back to Yaradua to the North. And then the rest is history today. The North has the Fulanis has taken over everything. All this journey, are you in control of your destiny? No. Every position, every strategic position they are the one that is in control. Back in our land is under siege because they conquered our land. That is why they station all these barracks. That is why they station all the militaries, all the police, all of them combined. All the forces are in our streets, intimidating us, doing us all manners of things because that is what you do to the conquered territory. They subdue all your politicians. No one dare to speak up. Look at what the governor of Benue State is doing. He established the guard that will protect their land from Fulanis. He said that, if I'm not mistaken, thousands and thousands of cows, they have confiscated it. They hijacked the Fulanis. But in our land, what did they do? Opposite is the case. They form a Bubago militia and use it to kill their own citizens. Why else the Fulanis are patrolling? The kidnappers are kidnapping us there. They have the Bubago, they use it to kill the citizen. The governor is supposed to be protected. While in the north, there is nothing like that. Are we not the make of our own? That is why Biafrans, IPOB, our destiny is in our hand, not in any of these people. And I reject that in that man said, although I'm not a Nigerian anywhere. So Nigeria, those that call themselves a Nigeria, you should reject it and revoke that prophecy. I will use that word, prophecy that Sudan Sokoto prophesied 19 October 6, 1966. Because he spoke the word, and the word started to manifest till today. Are you going to do anything to stop it? It's only IPOB can do. If you exclude IPOB, can anybody else do anything? No. Capital no. I just brought this, I just want to say this morning, and then I will continue. And next thing I want to touch before I hand the microphone to my colleague is the zoo. The imposter and those, the presidency, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, apologize to him and compensate him. Otherwise, the calamity that is coming, even those that are sending you will betray you, they will abandon you. Your generation will be cursed. You will never live to enjoy dime. You cannot win this war. You can never win because it's an ideology. And the God of the land are with us. It doesn't matter what you try to do. All you can do is to be killing yourselves. If you keep on listening to all these Igbo flips, intellectuals, and elites, they will keep on sending all of you to your early graves. All of you that have stood up and fought against Biafra, say Biafra over my dead body, Biafra will not come. All of you have died, isn't it? Is anyone still standing? The answer is no. Is that not enough for you to understand what is happening? Is that not enough for you to be afraid and let Biafra go? Of course, no, because your heart is hardened. So because Chukwukabe want to show his might, by the time he finished with all of you, like our leader said then, Somalia will be paradise. You thought that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be dropping bomb here and there. No. What is happening? What is happening in Abuja is just the wake-up money, just a morning call, you know, hello, is somebody there? It's just the tip of the iceberg. There will be nothing left. You touch the son of the sun. You touched Nwanyanwu. You hold him for nothing's sake. And who to those who are using his name to deceive IPOB Biafrans? You will never live to see the day of the light. All of you that use his name, collecting bribe, collecting money in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu IPOB and using it for your own personal use, you will never live to enjoy the money. In the Chukwukabe, we are calling you today, like always in this Radio Biafra. All of them that are collecting money, causing havoc using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, may they never live to witness the next atonement. Show us once again that you are might. You are the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Like our leader said, Biafra is whiter than white. It must remain so. Any soil, any hand that comes to tear it apart must be destroyed by the Chukwokukabia. Like our leader always said, before we came, there is nothing like us. By the time we're gone, there will be nothing like us. And the wish will remain. Nobody uses the name of IPOB or ESN to defraud, collect money. It's a blood money. As we pray on this radio, when Mark Zuckerberg took us away from Facebook, and we pray to Chukwokabiyama, he lost billions of dollars. If it's still the same Chukwokabiyama we call upon, may something start happening. All this we ask, and we know you will do it, because this is Radio Biafra, and this is where we worship. On that, I will stop, and I will hand microphone to my colleague. Mazi, if you're there, you can take the microphone. You're mute. If you're not there, Mazi Silas, you can mute and speak.
Mazi Ndewo, good evening. Good evening, all friends of Biafra, Biafrans around the world, and lovers of freedom. We thank you for maintaining your audience and loyalty to our struggle, to our Radio Biafra, where we speak the truth. We cannot thank you enough. And as my able leader have given the initial speech, we will continue to speak the truth. We will continue to pray for the Almighty Chukwokabiyama to be with us, to lead us, especially to protect our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man bold enough to speak the truth to any man's face, to nations' faces. He has been to the UN. He has presented our case. He has almost prosecuted it to any level that humans can go to. He has spoken the truth. He has laid out the roadway, the map to our freedom. All we are asking is for Chukwokabiyama to bless and sanctify and make all our wishes come true. And in our prayers, morning, day and night, is for Biafra to come as quickly as possible so that we can begin work. As soon as we have Biafra within our control, work will commence in earnest. We will worship the true creator of this world with all our hearts. We will build Biafra better than any other nation that have existed. These are our vision, our dreams, our ideas, our intentions, and things that we will make happen eventually one day. So we will start by looking at a few things. I will go back to history, and I will define history in a very plain and simple way. humans are a combination of the physical, biological body and the heritage or the historical knowledge in them. That is what makes a human being, any human being. Any human being without his own, the history of his own identity is like a hollow drum. It's like a body without any knowledge. You stand on your history, you stand on your heritage as a platform to launch yourself, to launch your ideas. Why did I go back to history? Recently, Governor Soludo reintroduced the teaching of history in schools. That is an awakening. That is a restart. If you don't know who you are, you won't know where you are going. You won't know why your grandfathers were rich or why they were poor. You have no reference. So history is very, very important. And I commend the governor for reintroducing that. It will tell us our values. It will tell the Biafrans, the Igbos, the Efiks, the Bibios, the Jaws, all the towns within the Biafran region. It will tell them who they are. Go back and read your history. Read your history, study your history before the advent of the colonial masters. We are one of the best races in the world. When the British came to the Biafran region, they saw no standard professional police, yet break and enter, stealing from, assault, a home invasion, all those things were absent. We are a people that have grown, advanced to a point where we don't need somebody to police us in order for us to do the right thing. We have organically advanced to a point where we are mature and doesn't need supervision to act. To a point where we don't have laziness. Laziness is unheard of. You can't just commit suicide because there's no need for that. So some of the services we have now have been eliminated by the advancement of our people. And Soludo did the right thing for introducing history back into our schools. But I also will condemn Governor Uzodimma, Hope Uzodimma, who openly attacked Soludo for reintroducing history, saying that this would invoke hatred in Nigeria. Mind you, our counterparts in the north, the Arewas, they teach their history via their religion. Everything is included in their religion. Recently, about 4 years ago, they asked for the federal government to give them 100 billion so that they can start broadcasting in Fufude, in their language. That way they will teach their history, they will teach their language, they will teach their heritage, and indirectly emasculating other races. So our message this evening is for our people to embrace our history. And when you know your history, you will not make some mistakes. When you know your history, your path will be clearer. You will walk with boldness. You will be more aware of your situation, and the risk you will face will be less. because knowledge is power. Because history is knowledge and knowledge is power. Now I will give an example. In Enugu, Ogui, Enugu specifically, we have a road called Kenyatta Road. I'm giving an example. Kenyatta Road. Kenyatta Road was named after Jomo Kenyatta was brought to the Biafran southeastern region of Nigeria then as a way of securing his life. Jomo Kenyatta was at the forefront of pursuing for the self-determination, self-rule of the Kenyans in those years. The British, as they are today, were after his life. In those days, they can poison people who are leading such a struggle as they do today. They can bribe members of the person's community to eliminate them. But through Biafrans, a way was made for Jomo Kenyatta to run to the Biafran land, be kept in a secure place and away from all the dangers he was facing until the coasts became clear for him to emerge, until Kenya gained independence. This is historical. I am using it as an example because it is directly related to what we IPOBs and the Biafrans are going through. On the side of the current leadership of Kenya, they lack the history. They didn't know where their forebearers went for rescue. They didn't know where their fathers ran and found refuge. That was why, in our own case, when it came for them to pay us back, they sold our leader back to the foreign Fulanis that are holding Nigeria to ransom. This is historical. Today, we Biafrans are seeking for a peaceful exit from Nigeria through referendum. We are not using weapons. Biafrans, the IPOB started this struggle by only marching in the street with our bright flag, singing boldly, asking for the world to hear our voice, asking Nigeria to organize a referendum so that we can decide whether we want to continue in the zoo or not. I will digress a little bit. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to call Nigeria zoo, people thought he was exaggerating. He was actually being nice to Nigeria. What is happening in Nigeria today is beyond what happens in a zoo. So, how has Kenyans repaid us? How? They helped kidnap our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and handed them over to the foreign Fulanis. You can now see why I looked back at history. It is important we learn our history. It is important we know who we are so that we don't make mistake. we don't kill those who helped us to survive. It is important. It is important we know the history so that we know our values. We see who we can deal with, those who our values are similar to, or those who see what we see. We don't let blood, we don't kill the Alibo, the Biafrans. Killing is not in our DNA. We forbid it unless on extreme circumstances. So the reason we are asking to have our Biafra always comes whenever you look at any aspect of life. We want to take control of our lives and our God-given land. This process is referred to as self-determination. It is an inalienable right of any human being, any group of people, to be able to say, this is who I want to be. This is how I want my roads to be. The roads in the Biafran land now is not how we want the road to be. Ask me, ask any Biafra. We will want the best road ever built in this world. We can build it ourselves. At the moment, we cannot because we don't have self-control. We can't even put drainage in our place, in our land. You start by putting drainage, controlling the flow of water. Once you do that, you then build a road and connect the water that goes on the road through the drainage so that the road can last. This is an example. This is why we want to have our own Biafra. In our own Biafra, we will provide security for all. Anybody that is within the territory of Biafra will be secure. The process of doing it, the system, the plan, or the strategy of doing it is not hidden, it's not rocket science. We can do it. We will provide basic and standard infrastructures to everyone. We will, and it's not difficult. I will give another example. This example is common to every Biafran now. Every home in Biafra land, this example, stands before us. If you have someone who is sick, who is seriously sick in the Biafran land now, there is no hospital that is affordable to the common man in Biafra. I repeat, there is no single hospital that is equipped and affordable to any common person in the Biafran land. I am using the health system as an example. So if your person is sick, they go to the hospital. There is no regulation about medication. There is no regulation about the pathology testing units. The doctors can look at the person, imagine what could be wrong, and send for tests. Where the tests are done are not controlled. Reagents are not available because the universities that do research and come up with testing regimes are not functioning. They have collapsed a long time ago. The ASU strike that is happening is an aspect of the collapse that is that they are asking for. pay us our salary. A university, for example, operates on human resources, the academic staff and the non-academic staff, and the classrooms, the facilities. Those who are researching in chemical and biochemical areas will need chemicals, equipment, and sometimes they would have to interface with industries. They will have to interface with foreign groups to prepare and produce standard research processes. These are how it is done. Now, bring it back to the hospital. Someone sick. Their family do not have anywhere to fall on. Their family wouldn't have any help. Every family in Nigeria, and particularly in Biafra land, watch their sick die in their arms helplessly for sicknesses that can be cured. How does that sound? How does that sound for sicknesses that can be cured? We watch our people die. Because I haven't politicized any issue here. And if the country that is hoodwinking us, that are holding us down, they won't let you build the roads. They will not let you build the hospital. They will not let you put in electricity. It's all federal law this, federal law that. All these are aimed towards exterminating us. Where there is no job, where you cannot find hospital, where there is no power, and where there are no resources for you to research, plan, and develop, people will either die living there or exit. And that is what is happening. This is why we must restore Biafra. We must restore Biafra to continue living in our God-given land. We must restore Biafra to protect our pedigree. This is our mission and our vision. Thank you very much. I will hand over to the next presenter. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi Silas. You remind, it's good that you remind us history. Even Mandela, forget to mention Mandela, Kayata Mandela.
Yes.
Yeah, when he run to our place, Michael Rabara, her body during the apartheid. So it was when he went back that they arrested and sent him to prison. Nelson Mandela. Yeah, spend a hell of time. So all of them, even Queen Elizabeth, as a teenager, she spent time in our land. Yes, she lived there somewhere in Imo State. When they were going to Arachuku, all of them have seek a refuge in our land. But it's so disheartening that Kenya, we do this to the children of the children of the people that helped her father during their time when they were persecuting their father, and then they run over to our land and they seek refuge. God, Chukwuokabiyama will not forgive them. In due time, they will reap the reward because they betrayed his son by handing them over to the Fulanis. And talking about their history, what do you expect from Hopeless Uzodinma, the agent of Fulanis? If he has the opportunity, he will scrap our education entirely from Imo State. every progress society teaches history. History is very, very important. As they said, history is the best teacher. If you learn from history, you will not make the same mistake that your forefathers or your friends or anybody made. That is why the white people, they put things in writing. You study, put it in writing. When one do a research, after concluding research, you will write it. Put it out. If it is a people like Hope Uzodimma, those are the hopeless Uzodimma, they will tear those documents. None of them will be in existence. Nobody can study anything because they want you to remain primitive. Look at Imo State. Look at the place he's ruling. He has killed all the young men there. And he's talking. Anyway, I blame the Imo people because they are the people that supported him and allow him to sit there in power. Because I can't see how can one man, is it not an adage? Where did Imo people go wrong in this? That one man is cooking for the whole entire Imo State. Anyway, we continue. Mazi, if you are here, the microphone is yours. Before when I call you, will move. If not, we will end the broadcasting now. Mazi Peter Syke, are you there? Okay, if you're there, please, thank you for giving us this wonderful opportunity. And we convene again next week. Thank you very much. May God bless you and bless your family.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much for being here with us. This is Radio Biafra, USA 2. We're back again in the studio. That was Australians came in to IPOB Australia. They come in every Wednesday. And I hope the listeners are there. They have dropped and they are out now. So what we're going to do right now is while the program is going on, maybe playing music here and there. You can always call in if you are listening to them. You can comment on what they have said, spoken about. 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. They just left. The Australians are out, so we are going to go back in the studio. And for those of you out there who want to make your calls, please do. But when you call, be very considerate. Know the fact that there are other people wishing to do the same thing that you are doing. So if you want to stay, you gotta stay, but please be quite considerate when you are excuse me, when you are making your call. Make sure that you round up whatever you want to say, round it up very quickly, and allow others to come in. This is Radio Biafra USA 2, broadcasting live from New York City. The lines are open for you.
Onye karaka onye kpọrọ kpọchike yeye ọchịwa London weye ije ihe jege me na Manchester udele neri ozuwe udele neri ozuwe udele neri ozuwe udele neri ozuwe okuso di mmanu udele neri ozuwe vampire ndị moyi udele neri ozuwe ojo bare kwaka udele neri ozuwe ojo bare moji udele neri ozuwe Supreme Court to governor udele neri ozuwe udele neri ozuwe udele neri ozuwe udele neri ozuwe attribution munne udele neri ozuwe hey she won a lot let's take this far and advance Manchester udele neri ozuwe vampire ndị Imo steeti ezi vampire ndị Imo steeti hope ụzọ dị mmanụ hope jọbara kpaka amatara m hope ụzọ dị mmanụ afọ 2004 ruo n'afọ 2006 mgbe ọ na-esogharị ndị fọrọ Naịjirịa mgbe mmemme bido kọfụrụ eti ka m matara hope ụzọ dị mma ama m ya asụ onye ọgwụ ego ọ bịazi bịa m ọpleti ihe Supreme Court bịara nye anyị ya as gọvanọ n'Imo arụ akwa nna hụ na arụ Imo steeti fada mbaka bịa lele onye kpọrọ hopu ndị Imo sa Chineke bara gị ele bil na ya kwuo ihe gbasara ya ọ bụ onye gwara gị sa Chineke sa hopu bịara Imo steeti anyị ahụ na hopu ahụ ngụnụ ha tige hopu ụzọ dị mmadụ ọ gaghị adịrị ụnụ na mmadụ anụ mere n'Imo steeti arụwe mara anyị arụwe tinyere anyị ihe ụjọ bara kwa aka amụsụ na-eri ụmụ ya amụsụ na-eri ụmụ ya nke ndị Imo steeti onye okweka mama na n'Imo steeti onye okweka anyị mama n'uwe ọhụrụ ndị bidoro yahu plus o bidoro yahu na ọhịa eji jụọ ya sọ ma ha akpọ yahu esa ya nwaanyị ọhụrụ ije ọchịrị ọma ya kwa ana m ekwu eziokwu o jemara je were ndị Fulani ihe tinyere anyị ihe ọha ebube agụ ebube atụrụ a na-ekwusi ndị Imo steeti ihe ịbịa n'ala ọlụwe yusu n'ebe ahụ agwụla n'oyi ọgwụ obodo ya ahụ his own local government ya na-egbu ụmụnne ya na-atọ ụtọ egbu nna ya please his grandmasters onye rere nwanne ya riju afọ fegi ihe ga-echegharị ya jekwa jejoro jasa juju n'uwe ihe mere ya n'uwe ọ ga-agwa gị
Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra.
We are not like other people, because as I once reminded you before we came, there was nobody like us. Now that we are here, they pretend, they copy, they emulate, they fabricate falsehood, but they can never be like us. Long after we are gone, they will wish we lived forever. IPOB is very special, exceptionally special, the largest mass movement in the whole world bar none. And we did it because Chukwuokike Abiama is with us. We did it because Chukwuokike Abiama created IPOB himself. And we are here to pilot its affairs. We will not prevaricate. We will not stop. We will not slumber until Biafra is fully restored to its former glory. Anybody in doubt as to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist, because we are not stopping. I am Nnamdi Kanu and I don't stop until I get what I want.
That's correct. The message is
We are not like other people.
The message has been sent, and we know that we never stop. We are focused on what we are doing, and Biafra is our quest. It does not matter who's running around and making all the noise about the election, super election, Asra. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, and the Biafrans in general, we are not interested. Our problem is not who is the leader of Nigeria, who's ruling them. The killings being too much. Some people are campaigning. When they ask them about killings, they dodge it. They talk about economy, how they're going to save some money for government. Hey, look at Siles. Look at Siles. Since when we were kids, and it started with Nnamdi Azikiwe, because these people were so mystical and so mysterious in those days that there was no kind of story we never heard about them. How they can fly, how they hold the key to River Niger. Well, people believe what they believe at that time. Well, that was the time. But today is different. And tomorrow is going to be much more and different, because our children are growing up, they're asking questions. And when you grow up and you don't ask questions, that's when you make a mistake. Talk about history. I heard Soludo has brought history back. And the illiterate they calls himself Hope Uzodimma. Of course, he's the only person I can cry against. Which educated person in the world will go against history? Yeah, but then on their history, there's so much history in here that I don't even know. There's history about everything. And they have museums where you go. What do you go to museums? To go and learn history. Go and hear what happened when your great-great-great-grandfathers were thrown in the boat and brought in from Africa and everything. You go in there, it's all there. The pictures are there. The boats, history. But the likes of Ode, people like that will go against history now. What does it really know? First, I don't even know if you can read anyway. And then crying about history being taught in schools, which is the first thing that anybody can do. Because if you without history, you are lost. You wouldn't know where to start from. So what we are saying in a nutshell is that election or no election, it has nothing to do with Biafrans. Our quest is for our freedom. The only election, even though I received something yesterday, somebody sent me a clip from somebody in Amazonia that made some point that I think is relevant to what we are. Well, in his thoughts, because in the end he said that is his opinion, and his opinion is what he actually expressed, which is not a bad idea, because he is, there are people who believe in things differently. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from the beginning, has told us that we are going to get Biafra, but we're not going to fire a shot to get Biafra. But there are people who think otherwise. No way, the freedom is never free. You have to get, but freedom is not free. There's no doubt about it. But one thing I want you to understand, and I want us to understand, is that when they say freedom is not free, it does not necessarily mean you have to be violent. You can make a place ungovernable for people. You say go to school, you sit at home. Say go sit at home, you go to school. Disobedience is part of it. It's part of making life miserable and uncomfortable for anyone. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean carrying the gun to go there and kill each other. No. So our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu introduced something that is out of place. When something is new, that is unorthodox, if I might use that word, it causes a lot of confusion in the minds of many people. How can you tell me you are going to get independent without fighting? Well, he is doing it. He is doing it since he started. The zoo has not been the same, but he's never fired a shot to anybody. They are the ones killing, provoking, and making sure that, because they can't understand it. How come this man is there somewhere giving command and people are obeying it? So it keeps them very miserable, and they are running up and down, trying to see what they can do. He has not fired a shot. So in other words, the way normally for people to get their independence or freedom is to fight for it. Get a weapon and fight for it. But our mind introduced a different thing, a different style. Microphone, information, and it's achieving the same thing. It's getting exactly the same thing that the man that carried gun is going to kill himself or kill the other people. People will die, eventually might not get what he wants. But this system that he introduced is a system that is working very diligently. Whether you like to accept it or not, well, that's your problem. Because the same people that are crying that it's too slow, you should get a gun, freedom is not free, they are the ones that will first of all raise their hand. Oh, he is making us kill our children. Oh, our people are dying. The same people. The man is not doing anything today. He's just talking on the microphone. And they are blaming him for the killings. Sometimes they even forget that most of the killings is coming from the north. From the northern part of the zoo. Nobody is thinking about that. All they are thinking about is, Nnamdi Kanu is making our people to die. Your people are not even dying half of what the northerners are dying. But it has nothing to do with them. So the truth of the matter is that his style is unique. That is his style. If we think that he's not doing well, The opportunity is there. Start something and go carry arms and start killing people. So we are not saying that there's anything wrong with being violent, trying to get your independence, because that's what we are used to saying. That's exactly what we have been put on the table for in many decades in history. But this man has introduced a different brand. And one thing we have to inform ourselves or remind ourselves is that at the time when they were using those arms and fighting and killing themselves, there was no proper media coverage. The media was almost like it wasn't there. It was monopolized. Who was there? BBC. Anytime BBC, that's them. It's them that will be always there. They tell the world what's going on and people listen to them. But today, technology has advanced to a point that everybody is a journalist. Every person out there with a camera, with a phone that has a camera on it, is a potential journalist. Things are happening, they are taking it, they are putting it on the internet for people to see. They are not comfortable with this. That's why they keep running around. What do you think the likes of Lai Mohammed will run to Google and want Google to take off IPOV? If you are not effective, they won't even bother about you. When we started this agitation, when this first agitation started, it was like, hey, don't mind those people. They are fully, they have no job. There's nothing they're going to do. As and so they neglected us, and now the effect is downing on them seriously, and they are running helter-skelter. It's not over yet, because our leader said it. He said, by the time I'm done with you, Somalia will be a paradise. Most of you should go now get your visa to go to Somalia, because there will come a time that Somalia will even lock up their visa. You cannot go there, and that's exactly where we're going. Who knows how much the exchange rate is today? It's like jumping like you will go very far. That is the situation that we find, that they find themselves, and it's not going to change. There is nothing about it. When you're dealing with us and you think you're succeeding, it's a matter of time the truth will surface. Yesterday I had a conversation with a friend, and I was trying to talk about what they are doing and P2B and the rest of them. I said to him, you know something? There are names today that you cannot call your children in Biafra land. He said, what do you mean? I said, there are names that is our traditional name, but because of the role that their families played during the war, their names are extinct. Nobody talks about them anymore. Nobody even gives, we have the families, the way families run in Biafra land. We have descendants. There are families, they have a name. But since after the war, nobody is naming his child Ifajuna. Go ask anyone. Call the Onitsha man and ask him if they have Ifajuna in Onitsha. But this was a lucrative family. This was a family that was big. Asika, Okpabi Asika's kids. I know one of them in Lagos. I wouldn't want to see the name that he's answering, because people might look at him, but he doesn't answer Asika. He's the son of Okpabi Asika. He's in entertainment. Not that he's a musician, but he's a promoter in the entertainment world. Yeah. His first son. He doesn't answer his father's name. So that's what is going to end up with most people. Since behind is, we're taking notes. The children are growing up. They will eventually ask questions. Hey, I'm laughing in Latin. I'm telling you honestly. Because how can you turn around your own people? As you have to understand that this thing has gone. Where did you declare to become the run for presidency? Where did you go? You went to Great Britain. The same people that are killing us. The same people that are our arch enemy. They are the ones that don't want us. You went to them, had a meeting with them, and as soon as you came out, you declared your intention. We are all watching. We are watching. We are closely. We are not telling anybody not to do. Whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. But when you fraternize with that enemy, When you fraternize with somebody who is not, somebody who doesn't want you to be alive, somebody whose job is to make sure that they look at that Katrina Lange. That's a British woman. Nnamdi Kanu is carrying a British passport. They went and organized Kenya to kidnap him. They organized Kenyan people to kidnap him. They kidnapped him. They took him to the zoo. He doesn't have a passport of the zoo. But you know something? Kenya is not saying anything because Britain is behind them. These are the people you are going to connive with. Go ahead. We are watching. Nnamdi Kanu campaign. Let us watch. Family. Today I said it before and I'm saying it again. There are families today that cannot answer certain names in Biafra land. And I see another one coming. I see another one coming very, very close. Coming with speed. I like it now. Because there will come a time nobody is going to answer that name. You think nobody knows anything? We know. My friend yesterday when we were talking, all the children are in London. I said, it doesn't matter. They can be in London all they want. It doesn't mean anything. What means something is that that name is wiped off. You change your name. Maybe you change your name to Dinglefoot. Just call yourself any British name. But when you come back to Biafra land and you think people are not there that know what has happened, of course they are there. They are there and they are watching diligently. They are with their eyes open. You don't come there and ask. So when you do the evil that men do, lives after them. When you do all these things, you think that nobody knows. People are knowing. Autumn today has formed an army of his own. But these were the same people that were used to eliminate the Biafrans during the war. The man Afugo na Africa, he is the only one that has advocated, let Nnamdi Kanu go because he didn't do anything. Our own brothers, Hope, Uzodimma, Bazo, name them. All they are thinking about is they go in Hayebu. Much money that they're going to carry. Well, keep on carrying money, it doesn't matter. To us, what we know is that Biafra is our quest. We're questing for Biafra, that's what we want, and there's nothing anybody can do.
You have also heard that Abuja, where the seat of government in Nigeria is under siege. When we say it is under siege, we cannot continue to just play around and allow them to continue. We are equal to the tax, and today we are sending a message that Benue State is ready to confront the Fulanis from Niger, from Mali, from Senegal, from Mauritania, from Libya, from Cameroon, who wants to take over Nigeria as their land. We are going to stop it. We did it in 2004, and we are going to do it again.
Let me find out this from you. You don't have what you call the livestock guard, which is to implement the open grazing prohibition law. What is the job description of these guards?
We already have that now, and they are implementing it. We have prosecuted and already convicted over 400 Fulani herdsmen who have besieged the state. We have impounded over 25,000 heads of cattle. Those who pay fine, we release it to them. And those who did not pay, we were able to auction those cattle. That is what the law says. And so this is another phase of ensuring that we secure our land. We are ready to go with them. I'm ready to go to war with those people who have volunteered. These people are not going to be paid. Those volunteer guards, they are community people who are farmers, who are civil servants, who are traders, who have decided that look, enough is enough. We cannot continue. We must secure our land. And so I want to assure you that I'm involved, my government is involved, and everybody in Benue State is involved, and that is why you see all the traditional rulers here, all the stakeholders in Benue State, the civil servants are here today, and we are ready to wage war against this evil that is coming against.
Don Prince Victor, Ibowe Mado, Anyabelu, Biafra Deje, no, Obia,
yes, in Biafra, it's a matter of time. Call me, let's have a conversation. The lines are open for you. 646-920-4541, 845-3447, 929-406-9954. We also on private line 845-289-665. Odogwo ga-adịrị mma, onye eze na ọdụrụ gị mma. Ọkwa ndị solo gili n'ụwa akọrọ gị okirilata. Ọkwa osisi bụrụ otolo emesego ma kwere. Ọkwa anyị ma n'ọnọdụ ugo ọdụrụ na-egwe mma. Ọkwa okoko onye arụ a na-achụwa ya ọsọ. Otu ekwesị eliko nri ọ ga-ejikwe n'ogologo ngaji. Dike Kanu gị bụ na London, Dike Kanu gị bụ na Israel, Dike Kanu gị bụ na Russia, Dike Kanu gị bụ na India, Dike Kanu gị bụ na Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Dike Kanu gị bụ na Biafra. Nsogbu enyi m na enyi, nsogbu enyi m na enyi. Anyị ga-asọgbu ndị ilo enyi m na enyi, nsogbu enyi m na enyi. Ụmụ Igbo niile dekene Igbo nwee mmadụ anasago ewo ọ dịwụla anyị Igbo nwee mmadụ anasago. Onye nwere nke sisanye n'osisale my blood. Onye nwere nke chukwu nye n'chukwu okike obiọma. Onye give God what belongs to him and give Caesar what belongs to him. As we seek for peace and humanity, it's not at all for vanity. There are lots of people is killing each other. I want to wipe my blood down. Who will be a fly John? I'm forgetting the middle. I'm forgetting the middle. Nsogbu enyi m na enyi, nsogbu enyi m na enyi, nsogbu enyi m na enyi. Nsogbu ndị ile anyị na-enyi enyi m na enyi. Fellow, let my people go. Biafra na-atago. Let my people. Igbo nwee mmadụ anatago. Ndị ilo lọpụga n'anya aka n'ụwa. Biafra na-atago. Igbo nwee mmadụ nnọọ. Igbo nwee mmadụ anatago. Ojude na-elapụ udene na-abụla. Mana anyị abụla ọnụ udene n'ụwa. Ihe okoko, I want to know something. Make una hear me. Iburu nwa Biafra na taba n'ụlọ. Make una come back oh. Ka anyị dozie n'obodo anyị oh. Ibu pụta ibu exporta na taba n'ụlọ. Ka anyị dozie n'obodo anyị. Ndị dị n'obodo anyị oh. Ebe ọtụ dịkwa na be anyị oh. Ship na-agbakwa na be anyị oh. Oyi dịkwa n'ala be anyị oh. Mmanya kwụ dị na be anyị oh. Ihe niile dị mma ọ dịkwa n'ala be anyị oh. Nataba n'ụlọ ka anyị dozie n'obodo anyị. Ụmụ Igbo kọmba ka anyị dozie n'obodo anyị. Otu ihe nwata weli aka elu, aka fụwa yufu o wetu aka Jehova nke zọpụtara ụmụ Israel n'aka Fero. Bilie natara ya oke ruru anyị o. Balie natara ya oke ruru anyị Chukwu. Bilie natara ya oke ruru anyị o. Biafra bụ nke anyị o. Obodo ọma Biafra bụ nke anyị. Ala Chukwu tere mmanụ. All right, I have a call coming in. Caller on WhatsApp Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yes, good afternoon, Mazi Peters.
There.
Yeah, thank you for having my brother. Yesterday, I tried to come in yesterday, but it's not possible. The line was busy, and at the end, yeah, your time right now. But anyway, thank you for having me this afternoon. Thank you for your program today, Mazi, and thank you, Biafrans, that have been listening to Radio Biafra. And thank you for everybody that have been contributing immensely to see that we leave this zoo called Nigeria. Mazi, we are getting there. It's a matter of time, as you said. Mazi, my name is Mazi Buchi. I just want to call you to thank you so much for your time and your dedication. Mazi, you see what is going on. Let me say something here. Mazi, you know that this music, Udeleni Riozu, Mazi, do you know that he have choked this guy called Ozodemba, the governor of Imo State? Yes. This is Udeleni Riozu. You know what he did now? He go to his cabinet, his members, those that he have brought over to be their member. He go to them, he say, why are you people listening to this music with the Riozu, though you are calling me vampire? Mazi, do you know that he beginning now to sack them one by one? He said they are enemy of progress. How can you be in my parliament? How can you be in my cabinet? Are you listening to the Radio Biafra that bringing the music of the Riozu? So you are calling me vampire. Is it what you mean? Now he begin to sack them secretly. Now you have sacked 2 people because of their listening to that music in the Riozu. Mazi, because of this music now, I want Biafra BMR, Biafra music industry, all of them, let them go to studio to add more things in this. We must bring this vampire down. You see, this was Mazi, we have to treat him as an enemy of the people. This guy is evil. This guy is a blood-sucking demon. This guy don't mean good for the people that he come to represent. This guy just come here for another dimension. He come there to kill. He come there to suck their blood. Mas, this is the areas I have choked him. You see this music, I don't know who played this music. He have choked this guy very badly. I'm telling you. He don't want to hear it. And I hear that even in a canteen, in a business, everybody have been listening to this music and he's choking this man. I want you to continue. Mas, I want to take this opportunity to say every of our broadcaster, if it's possible, it's not mandatory. I'm not saying that he must do so, to play this music because it's hitting them. Anything that will bring this idiot down, you have to do it. Mazi, another thing you said, our leader said something. He said Somalia will be paradise after he finished dealing with the zoo. And that is exactly what happens. Mazi, I spoke with one guy yesterday or day before yesterday. This guy never one day agreed upon what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Now, yesterday, for my very surprise, this guy talk of good about Nnamdi Kanu. He said, do you know that all the whole thing Nnamdi Kanu says has not been happening? I was shocked. I just kept quiet. I never said anything. I said, what do you say? He said, do you know that all the whole thing Nnamdi Kanu is saying that they have said in the past have not been happening? Do you know that one of his friends now is looking for visa to go to Somalia? I said, do you mean it? He said, yes. He said, now is more serious than Somalia. He said, people's now is looking for visa to Somalia. He said, even very soon now, Somalia will close their border. They will never give any Nigerian visa to come to the. I tell you, say it. This is what we are saying. Please, my brother, let's join hands together to come out from that zoo before it becomes Somalia. That's the only thing we can do. Contribute your quota. Let everybody contribute his quota. Let us quickly leave the zoo before you turn to Somalia. And he said yes. I said, but how do you know about this? Do you listen to Radio Biafra? He said, of course. I said, but you never tell me. Whenever we talk, you're against, we're against. How come that now you are supporting what we are doing? He said, my brother, you see all these people, but they are very serious than some of us that are being destroyed but not doing nothing. These backstabbers believing they are doing nothing, jumping on the social media. Mazi, they are not doing nothing. Is it those that are against before? Mazi, they are very serious than us. That's what I'm saying. Mazi, thank you for having me and thank you for your good job. God bless you. Thank you, sir.
God bless you too, sir. Thank you very much. As an and anytime anybody comes into the line, just all you need to say is welcome to the club. It's not alone. Your friend is not alone. I've had conversations with a lot of people about this same thing, and they have been calling and trying to make me understand that they were making a mistake in the past. I said, well, it's better to make a mistake so that when you follow something, you know exactly what you're doing. All right, let me take this call that's coming in. Caller on, let's see. Caller on principal officer's line. No, caller on straight line. There, well, welcome to the program.
My name is Mazi Tami.
Welcome to the program, Simon. What happened? Your line just went off on its own. I don't know what the problem is. All right, Simon, you can call us back whenever you're ready. I don't know what happened to the line. It just clicked and went off. All right, I have another one coming on principal officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Peters.
Morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel. I'm speaking from a location. I greet my leader, the man who saw tomorrow and the after, the man who understands the meaning of truth, and the man who came up to save everybody in Nigeria. It's a pity that some people are beating along the bush up to today, like P2B. It's a pity that we find ourselves in that place. I want to talk to Hope Uzodinma. The topic this morning is saying that the governor of Anambra State introduced history to school, and the Hope Uzodinma condemn or counter it. My question is this: where is Igbo elders? Where is the traditional rulers? Where is Reverend Father and all of that? Where is so-called Ohaneze Igbo? This is very clear that Hope Uzodinma was introduced to destroy the Igbo race, starting from Imo State. And up to today, people are just wasting the whole time for nothing. Hope Uzodinma is not a governor. Hope Uzodinma is number 4 out of the nation. The Fulani forced Hope Uzodinma and he removed Ihedoha, who won the nation. This is the worst thing that can happen to a country or to humanity. There's no country this type of thing has happened. Nowhere. How are you going to remove somebody that won a nation and he was in the seat for over 7 months? The Fulani come and remove him and put a criminal, a thief, a rogue, armed robber, and he continue acting according to who he is. It's a pity that Igbos we know from the 50s to 60s and during the war is nowhere to find apart from Nnamdi Kanu, apart from IPB. It's a pity. I greet Mr. Autumn, the governor. Even at this, the man have done. Even to speak like this is something. But look at what we have at the east. What we have as slaves. We don't know their left and right, and they are claiming their governors. And they are claiming their senators. House of Representatives, all of that. All these people, you are fighting for your pocket. You
You refuse to understand that one day you will leave this place. When I think about Nigeria, when I talk about Igbo people, I feel very weak. But all the same, when I think about Obiano, after messing himself up as a governor of Anambra State, today we hear that Obiano is in America. After 8 years, after wasting the whole years, killing his people, and they run back to America to come and live. I may think the day Obiano will die, if they will carry the corpse to Anambra State to go and bury, or they will bury him in America. I'm sorry for Igbo people who have not seen the handwriting before now. Thank you, Mazi Peters.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
Is our strength. Thank you very much.
All hail Biafra. All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. I have another one coming in. Let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Caller on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Peters.
There we go.
Good day, sir.
Welcome to the program.
My name is F. I'm calling from my location, the truck pusher.
Okay, welcome. There we go.
I say my Chukwu teacher. Give you more blessings and their colleagues over there, our radio presenters. And I'm giving special kudos to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu to give you more life ahead, more years ahead. He will live and see Biafra be restored.
Yes.
Yep. But I am managing because of non-abandoned Zuko and Adu rapid Zuko. I can Zuko and Adu room but seeker of Mundabi.
Yes.
All these people that are jumping up and down in social media take chances that they were leading pilot these things down. That is their own time.
Yes.
And people will be all gather.
Yeah.
Their time is about to end because Chukwu is a divine. Biafra is a divine project. It's not a man-made project. Man-made project as a human is speaking because this is not my language.
Yes.
I want to advise my people, please. I am a top pusher. I don't have anything. That's why I have not been calling. Things are hard. It's very easy. It's true that things are hard. Buy a little phone. Anyhow you do that, all the small screen touch phone, so that we can be able to show our community radio on it. You buy this MP little one as I did. That's why I'm supporting my own. Wherever you see people gather, you put on your radio, they will be hearing with you. Because some of our people don't even know what is happening.
Yeah.
That's why wherever I am, they used to gather me, asking me questions. When some people ask you questions, you will understand that they don't even know where we are.
Yeah.
But through all this message, at least some will be picking up. Not about the gun and the weapon and this that. Right. As we talk, this social media is a big support. When you are delivering the message all over, it's a big support.
Yeah.
Not about money, not about beating somebody, not about killing. You understand me? When somebody hear from the radio, because our leader said, whatsoever we hear from Radio Biafra, that is what we do. Yep. And that's what is rare. And we must have to obey the government. Our government in IPOB is DOS.
Yes.
We don't have two governments. And we're not supposed to have two governments. Because when two commandants begin to command in war front, you will not win. You will lose the battle.
Yeah.
Because this one will be telling you to go right. This one will be telling you to go left. Two captains can never control one ship at the same time.
I know.
That is why every vehicle has one single steering and a single driver. So let us focus, please, because we are like a driver applying on highway. If you listen to your passengers, you lose control.
Yes.
Focus on your roads. You understand? What I know is that when the time reach, everything, it will be like a magic.
Yes.
It's about to come. Nigeria is like a rotten soup. Buy the whole firewood, acquire the whole firewood in the whole world. You can't maintain it.
Nope.
Instead, the soup will burn.
Yep.
You put it inside the fridge, it have already rotten. If you eat it, will run your stomach.
Yes.
So, Mazi, Peters, please.
Thank you, sir.
I'm pleading to you people to keep it up.
Yeah.
Don't listen to anybody. People will talk. I want to hear the man also. It has been when you do something good, some will praise you, some will criticize you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, according to the Bible, was criticized. It was about after his death that people are now coming to know that he's somebody.
Yep.
That he was something like our leader. But I'm praying for him to be alive and let this be our nation, Biafra, be restored, so that the shame will be the portion of our saboteurs.
Yes.
Because all of them, many of them will die off. Then we will live and see. Because according to one psalm in the Bible, it said that let my enemy live long and see what I will be in future.
Yes.
So I am thanking the power of Elohim. I thank God, our Chukwuokike, on you people's behalf. Mazi Kanu, I Peters, and other radio presenters, and our DOS, ESN, may Chukwuokike give you more wisdom, more life. You understand? More health.
Thank you.
So that all of us we are going to rejoice when the time comes. Yes. In the mighty name of Chukwuokike, I pray.
Yes. Thank you so much. All right, Al. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name, Mazi Nnamdi. We're still broadcasting live from New York under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the only leader that we have. There are no two IPOBs. There's one IPOB under the command, the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the one that is in charge. Is our big brother, big boss, big son, whatever you call him. That is if you see career, that is only you go to see to where to go, because this man has really taught us so many things, and jovially we can see Biafra at the very edge coming. Call us, the lines are still open, very much open for you. This is Radio Biafra USA 2.
The supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra is Almighty King Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. One cannot be two. Sunlight production. Show face on the microphone. Shalom Ibrahim. Shalom Muchineke. We are getting there. It's a matter of time. Shalom. Bosom, you know me say I go say my right for you, Nigeria. Bosom, you know me say I don't know myself again. Hey, the love I have for Biafra has taken over my heart. It's burning like fire. Biafra is my heart desire. I want her like Messiah. Nnamdi Kanu is Messiah. My love, oh. I'm ready to do anything for you, my love. I'm ready to do everything for you, my love. I will make you my cat. I will make you my cat. Just be patient, my love. Be patient, my love. Be patient, my dear. Never relent. Just remain resolute. Biafra dey come. I want to go full. I go package for you. Go manage your baby. Be patient, my love. Biafra is the hope. Be patient, never relent. Biafra is the hope. Biafra dey come. I want to go full. Go package forever. Go manage your baby. Bosom. A lot of people could not pay their house rent again in Nigeria. Bosom. A lot of people could not feed their children again here in Nigeria. Bosom. A lot of people could not fuel their cars again and buy their car again. Bosom. A lot of people could not eat food again for this government. Prosperity in Nigeria is not genuine. That's the reason why the masses are suffering. More they are dying, more politicians are going higher. Prosperity in Nigeria is all about evil. Homo Biafra, Homo Juku Wabiama. We are entitled to fight this evil.
All right, I have a call coming in on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here. Good morning. Welcome to the
My name is Okechukwu Ejiko, and I'm calling from Abapro in Biafra. We are no gentlemen of the jungle. They can call us any name. Without Biafra, we are nobody on this earth. Biafrans, this is the picture. Every Biafran, we are not joking with Biafra. That is just to say arrogant or putting it anywhere. Britain must to respect the rule of law. Simple. As human beings are living in Britain, so we Biafrans, we are human beings. So we don't need somebody telling us that we are this or we are that. What we want is our land. Right? Restoration of Biafra completely already was. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, unconditional release. There's no Biafrans anywhere you are. Don't sabotage this struggle, because if you try to sabotage this struggle, both you and your family are gone. Don't even think we are joking here. We are not joking. We want to put in the whole world that you see this generation of Biafra. Inside we not get Biafra. This world, everybody perish. No nonsense. Let that put the she call him to me here. Let the ticket the Nabia. Let the Nabia. All Biafrans.
Okay, Biafra. Thank you so much. Dalo. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Akpilas. We are almost coming to the end of today's program because Mazi Alozi has to come in. And I will not be on air a couple of days from tomorrow. So don't start thinking that there's anything wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. I will akum chim chim. Ade kampe. So if you don't see me, Radio Biafra will always be on 247. And during my own time, I'm sure our leaders' old broadcasts will be airing for you to remind you and to keep you steady. So don't start panicking when you don't hear. Well, I never hear from Oga Ike. Nothing has happened to Oga. Nothing. I just have an issue that I have to take care of a couple of days from now, and from tomorrow actually, not a couple of days from tomorrow. I'll take care of it, and as soon as I'm done with it, I'll be back and I'll let you guys know what it is about. I wouldn't let you know what it is before I embark on what I want to do. But when I come back, I'll let you know. This is Radio Biafra. Stay tuned. Don't go away because Mazi Alozi.
Nandi
Odogwu Biafra bili. Odogwu ndị Mosi na-agbala ọkụ.
All right, like I said before, it's time to go. And stay tuned, don't go away, because Mazi Alozie is coming in right next. This is Radio Biafra, USA 2. We are going off the air this time. And I also told you that I won't be on here for a few days from tomorrow. So don't get worried and think that there's anything wrong with me, because people will start panicking and say, oh, who knows, I've not heard from our Daddy Ike for a while. No, Daddy Ike is fine, and I'm sure that you will miss me, but I will miss you guys also.